And welcome back to another episode of Legends and Your Liquor. This is officially, people, year 2. Last time we did this, it was the 1 year anniversary. So I've been talking toys and drinking a lot of Koppelberg. And Koppelberg, where's that sponsorship? So, as always, cheers to you on a Sunday, wherever you are in the world. I know it's early across the pond, but still, I will drink for us. So no shots today, just the casual Koppelberg on this Sunday afternoon. It's starting to get sunnier, so the weathers are changing. I'm starting to get in a better mood. Yeah, Legends and Liquor. And Ryan Ting says I look like this version of the Punisher. I don't understand what he's on about. It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, that's what he says. So Legends and Liquor. And talking about Ryan Ting, I will be interviewing the Marvel team tomorrow. So you still have a bit of an opportunity to give me some suggestions for questions. I've already submitted some questions, but if I get a bit of extra time, I might do some quick fire stuff. So today's another opportunity to let me know. So if you're in the replay crew and you get to watch before Monday afternoon, then put it in the comments as well. But yeah, as always, people, welcome. Did I do my intro properly? Let's go back. Let's rewind. Pow! And welcome back to the channel. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you'll follow me on Instagram. It's Dan Who, and I'm on Twitter as well. All right, tweet me, Dan Who Reviews. There you go. I feel better now. That's off my system. It's out my system. Right. Let's say hello to some people in the chat first and foremost. So of course today is going to be all about the Marvel news that was early in the week, as lots of pre-orders have went live. So me, Brandon and Rich talked about it on Tuesday. We literally went live that same night to talk about the Marvel Legends. But the fun thing about Legends and Liquor is that we've got 10 plus guests on today that are all going to be giving their perspectives, what they're pre-ordering. So yeah, I always like hearing what everyone else in the community thinks. Like, I hear myself talk all the time. I'm more of a host today for the channel members that want to talk some toys. So curious to hear what people think. Lots to discuss, and we'll break it all down. But as I said, first say hello to in the chat, and I'll catch your name, and it should pop up right there on the screen next to me. Advantage of being here live. Let me go to the chat and have a see. Okay, so Trevor, 16 Shooter, with a couple of pals now, he's a channel member. I appreciate that, Trevor. Thank you so much. I think he's on Dante and Alex's Infinity Equation this week, I think. But 16 Shooter all the same. We've got Damien Restorian. He says 3 more Thundercats Ultimates added to the list. Nice. Mike Ketz, the former Mike D. We've got Hugo. Hugo's going to be joining us for the very first time today as well. A new year and new guests. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you to everyone who's a channel member. We got Matt, Kahubari J. We got Cloud, who is now married. Congratulations once again, Cloud. I'll be speaking to you very shortly. Eric, Alfred Abel, how you doing, my friend? Jamie, the streak continues. We're going into year 2, and Jamie's not going anywhere. He's not leaving. He's like DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not leaving. We've got Hero Collections. Brandon, how you doing, Brandon? I know that guy. Eric Stream. Ryho Hobbies. Tac Tools with Phil. Mark Tac, hope you well, my friend. We miss you. Sending love. Rush McGowan, he says, all set up and ready to go. Let's talk. We will very shortly, my friend. California Red Devil. It's the hair curl on the Punisher. No, I don't. I thought it was because, like, I'm really beefy and muscly. Like, I thought that was the resemblance. So, like, I'm good with weaponry. Like, and I don't wait for the justice system to do its job. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that was the reasons he thought I resembled Punisher. I didn't think it was just because of the hair. But I sort of see what you're saying there. And 16 Shooter said, yes, he will be on IQ. IQ, that's a different show. Striding, Eric Stream, of course. Omega Weapon, Bring Toys to Work, Happy Sunday all. George W, 101, Lizzie Hart, Ultimate Carnage, Richard Moore, and Damien. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Welcome, everyone, and welcome to everyone who joins on the replay, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. As I said, today let's going to talk some toys. But before we do that, we have to break down the duck race, because last Sunday, or the last Sunday we did Legends and Liquor, we had 2 duck races for points, and the leaderboard has changed. So hasn't changed up top though. So a quick recap on the duck races. And again, if you're new here, then stick around. At the end of the stream, we always race some ducks. And it's like a leaderboard. It's basically like a league. You get points continued over every single Legends and Liquor. It's a little reward for continuously watching this nonsense. And at the end of it, whoever gets to 50 points first will win. So your points will continue over. I've got a whole spreadsheet and everything. So we have a top 10 right here. And Damien got some more points on the board last week, but so did Cheeky Monkey Kiara. So Damien is now in the lead, a strong lead with 35 points. But Cheeky Monkey Kiara is the only person that could possibly take him out today. She's got 28 points. So a win today, she will go back to the top. We got Tanner in third. Alexi Lee, you boys got toys, who's currently hungover on the sofa. He wasn't meant to join us today, but he said he's woke up with his shoes still on the sofa. So I've been there, my friend. I remember waking up in bathtubs in like different cities and then having to phone the missus and go find out how I get home. And she's like, where are you? All of that nonsense. I've been there, my friend. Enjoy. I hope we're on in the background while you're hungover anyway. Have a big breakfast. That usually helps. And drink lots of tea, or coffee or whatever. Phil Jones, Jamie are both in the leaderboard as well. Bon Williams got a win last week, so it brought him right up. So Bon Williams is now joint fist with Phil. Rush is still around. Knight of Ren. Abnugler beating Displayed Once by 1 point. That's going to hurt Rich's feelings a little bit. 1 point, Abnugler. Send him a love down the well all the same, Ralph. We've got Home Dude in joint ninth with Rich and with Iron Manuel. And then the Wolfpack was in the top 5 in both races last time we did this. And I didn't even realise at the time. But going back to get the scores, the Wolfpack literally had a third and a second, or a third and a fourth, or whatever. Miguel was in the leader for 5. But anyway, he's now on 10th with 12 points. So's KSM Kyle. And then for anyone who's curious where you are, there's the rest. Have you got your binoculars? Can you see where you are? Let me zoom in a little bit and help you out. I'm somewhere on here as well. So we've got in 11th place, we've got Golem with Mini Plastic Multiverse. Amanda's there as well. She had like one race and she got to 10 points. It's ridiculous. Dan Yoon as well. Shout out Dan Yoon. Eric Alpha Abel, Henry G. Pickles Go Rotten. Thirsty for Chicken standing on his own there on 14th, for the only person with 8 points. So is Cloud, the new married man, with 13 points. 13th place with 9 points. And where am I, by the way? Where am I? There I am in 18th place. Joint with Air Extreme, Blake, George, Cowboy Collector. Even the Robo's got some points on the board. So yeah, I need some points on the board too. Like, this is my stupid league. I race the ducks. I look after the ducks when no one else is around. I need some points on the board. Mark Tac, thank you very much. He says, have a fab, Legends and Liquor, Dan and the Who Crew. Thank you very much, my friend. Where's my drink? I'll cheers to that. Thank you very much. Rush McGowan just says in the chat as well that last week he came last and still won. That's true. I owe him a Fortnite cat thing. Rush, talk to me on DMs. We'll sort it out. But yes, I've got that if you want it. If you want it. But Robot Danny Jr. says, I'll get some points one day. Maybe that day is today. Just stick around and let's talk some toys. But first, let me just, as I said, I played the sort of collection teaser. So let me just play it one more time and I'll talk over it. There we go. So, as I said, my Marvel Legends collection video, I hadn't done one in over 2 years. I'd never done one in this house that I brought over 2 years ago. So, yeah, the collection video's there, and I've already started to change it. So go and watch that on the channel right now. It's like 45 minutes. It's basically just me on a podcast talking about my collection for 45 minutes. Go and put it on in the background while you're potting around or something, and enjoy the shelves. I've had a lot of people very stressed at the way I'm collecting and the way I display, but that's the fun about this hobby. It's that everyone could have the same figures, but everyone's single collection would be different. And again, it's the fun, something I enjoy about this hobby. And I said that it would change already, and I'm not even joking. Let me get the camera. So my miscellaneous shelf is already changed. Shout out Gahoobery J. That's your fault, Matt. But they're front and centre, and they do look very colourful. And people are asking, like, where's my Fox X-Men? So I've moved the Power Rangers, and now, like, the Fox X-Men are sort of merged in with some multiverse, because maybe we're going to see something like that in the future. I don't know. There's we've got Jurassic Park. We've got some more Star Wars up there. Shout out Brandon. He may have influenced that, to be honest. And then, yeah, look at that. I've even got SH Figure Arts Harry Potter crew. It's the reason that Jamie knows I exist. He found one of my Harry Potter reviews way back when, and now he's a Legends and Liquor, original, if you will. We've even got the Ghostbusters finally. By the way, the Plasma collection is underrated. I think these look great on display. Always wanted a Plasma collection that are in scale with everything else. I need to get these on flight stands. And look, Annabelle. Don't tell Amanda, right? But Annabelle's back. She's back for a vengeance. But Miles doesn't care because he's literally sat on the box. The watcher's even there watching. But anyway, there you go. I told you the collection would start to change already. I've got new shelves upstairs. The Power Rangers have gone upstairs. The Turtles have gone upstairs. I make a promise to myself and to you guys that it won't take me another 2 years to film another video. I promise you when those shelves are full upstairs, I'll do a little extra bonus one. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's talk some toys. If you are in Group 1 today, and I will tell you who Group 1 is, that's Cloud, that's Rush, that's Tanner, that's Mike D, and that's Hugo as well for the very first time. Let me get my headphones on, and let's talk some toys. So if you are Cloud, Rush, Tanner, Mike D, or Hugo, send me a fresh DM. And let's talk some toys, shall we? And I'll send you this Zoom link and you can come on in. So as I said today, lots to talk about. I'll give you a little teaser here. So finally, I've been talking to people about Thor. I should have that this week as well. But there you go. There's the image on screen. So I'll have these figures this week. I think, as I said, the Americans started to get them, started to leak out. But the official release date is 26th, I believe. So I should have them either then or Wednesday. And then, of course, lots of Marvel Legend pre-orders as well to talk about. So I'm curious what people like, what they don't like. We've also got the packaging to talk about. We can sort of talk about the price increases if you want. But just real quick, before I start bringing people in for that type of stuff, I would also like a Ferrari. Like I really would. A Ferrari or a Porsche. That would be great. But me making YouTube videos complaining about the prices of Ferraris isn't going to bring the price down, is it? So let's just keep away from the negativity. Obviously, we would all like cheaper toys, but we are not in charge of global companies. So we can moan like grumpy old men on the internet, or we can just enjoy the toys we've got. And I choose to do that, okay? So that's just me, just saying. But we can talk about packaging, because the packaging is something that I suppose is going to evolve as time goes on. So I'll ask the Marvel team about that myself, because I'm curious about where that's going to go. Definitely think it can be better than what it currently is, but it's their first go at it. So again, I'm sure it will change. But anyway, if you're in Group 1, let me know. Let me send this link to you, and you guys can talk to me about all of this. Okay, fresh DMs being sent. So you got the link, Rush. Tanner, you have the link. Fresh DM from Mike. Fresh DM from the newly married Cloud. And Hugo's joining us as well for the first time. Beautiful. Another UK repping lad. Okay, all the links have been sent to Group 1. There is a little bit of room in Group 1 as well. So if you are here live and you're a channel member at the Members Club tier, then let me know, because I might be able to send you the link cheekily. There is a bit of room in Group 2 as well, because Alexi, as I said, is hungover, bless him. So if you are a channel member at the Members Club tier and you just want to come and talk some toys with us today, let me know. I'll send you the Zoom link right now, okay? There's 52 people here. If you want to join, you've got opportunity. I forgot to do my disclaimer, so let's do that now before we bring these people in, okay? So Legends of Liquor is just a gimmick. You don't actually have to drink alcohol. Bring your favourite drink. And let's talk toys, collectibles, or whatever you want. Of course, the Dan Who Network. Go and check out all the other videos on the channel. There is a Joes and Juice on the channel right now. Me, Mark, and Tom did an extra Joes and Juice the same day they announced a live stream. So we may do another one very soon, because there is a Joes and Juice live stream this Tuesday. But go and check out our most wanted classified figures on the Joes and Juice episode on the channel right now. And then me and Tanner did a couple of Turtles and Teas at the start of the month, because we spent a lot of money on Turtle pre-orders, that's for sure. And if you want to support the channel today, you can do so by Friday super chat. She will read it out loud. Anything over £4 or $4, get involved in today's conversation, and let us know what you've been pre-ordering, what you've been buying, your thoughts on all things Marvel and whatever else we want to talk about. Because again, today's show is less formal. We can swerve off in any direction you want, but as I said, today is about the channel members. This show exists because of the channel members. This is for you guys, the people supporting the channel, get to be a part of the channel. It is so simple, so magical, and I appreciate everyone who does exactly that. Okay, so let me go to my Zoom and let's get everyone in here. So we've got 5 waiting. Let's get them all in. Okay. Just waiting for them to pop in. Wait a second, gentlemen. Let me close me. And we should be all right. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, let's go around the board. Let's go around the board. So, up top, we got on a sideward slant. Hugo, is that you, my friend?
Yes, it is.
Hang on, let me just break my neck. There you go. That's better. That's better. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Just checking the mic. We'll come back round to you. But where you from, real quick, for everyone who's here?
I'm from Didcot, so around Oxford area.
Beautiful. So you're not far from me, to be fair. You're probably about a 2-hour drive, less than that.
Yeah.
I'm in Cov, by the way, in the smack bang in the centre, so I can get everywhere. But great to have new people, new faces, a brand new year of Legends and Liquor, and new faces as well. So we'll come back round. Let's go around to everyone else. Tanner, are you good, my friend?
I'm good. Spent the weekend celebrating my dad's 65th.
Happy birthday
so
to your
in
father.
A good mood. Yes.
I'll tell
in
you,
a good mood, ready to carry on the good vibes.
Good. I'll tell you who else is in a good mood. The new married couple over there. Congratulations. Can we get a round of applause, please, for the married couple? I'm so happy for you. I'm happy you're happy. How you doing?
Good. Happy to be here.
How's married life treating you for the first few days?
Same as always. I get a fancy new ring out of it.
Both of you, very nice. I'm happy for you. Welcome today, Talking Toys. Are you on a tighter leash now when it comes to buying figures now that you're married?
She enables me. It's always like, so the impulse spending needs to stop, but anything you have pre-ordered is fine. Okay. And so we got hit with the $400 charge for the Plunderlongs and Plunderstrongs and $150 for Ronin Warrior. And she's just like, yeah, no, it's fine.
I can see why you've married her then, if that's the case. But yeah, fair play. Rush, my friend, how are you doing?
Doing good here. Talk. So
yeah, lots of legends, lots of comic legends as well. But real quick, we got a super chat from
Ultimate Carnage donated £8.99. Happy Sunday, Dan. Was able to get both 2 packs of Peter and Ned. Also Peter and MJ. Hope you was able to get your pre-orders as well. Call me hand light skin tone.
Thank you very much, Ultimate Carnage. I should explain to Hugo, by the way, because I didn't tell him this before the stream. On the Zoom call, you won't be able to hear Friday, annoyingly, so I do apologise. So we just sit in awkward silence as everyone else hears Friday. Again, it's been a whole year and I still don't know how to fix it, so we're stuck with that, I'm afraid. But thank you very much, Ultimate Carnage. He says, happy Sunday, Dan. Was able to get both the 2 packs of Peter Parker, Peter and Ned, and Peter and MJ. Hope you was able to get your pre-orders in as well. Yeah, I went for the same, plus an extra one. And I'll get into that as we go through. But thank you very much for the super chat, Ultimate Carnage. 2 great 2 packs as well. I'm assuming Rush would have pre-ordered. Have you pre-ordered some, Rush? There's some stuff you're going to want there, right?
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Good man. And then we got Mike D. He said he's just hoovered the office. Is that true?
Hey there.
Are you in a clean room?
Yeah, I just vacuumed and probably lost, all the accessories I could.
Yeah, that happens.
You know how it goes.
That happens. I am scared of the Hoover in my house. When Amanda gets it out, I am very concerned. I'm checking the floor and everything. But no, good to see you all. All right, let's get into this. So I just real quick, I know that, as I said, this isn't brand new breaking news to everyone, but I haven't really had a chance to talk to anyone about it officially, right? So I just want to go around the board real quick and get your first thoughts on Thor, because this was officially revealed last Monday, I believe, the same day the trailer came out. So first 2 questions as we go around for this. I just want to know your anticipation for the movie. Are you looking forward to the film? And then these figures. Are you getting any of these? Are you into MCU or not? Because I know, Hugo, we'll start with you. Since this is your first day on the stream, just real quick explain to people what are you collecting? What are you mainly Marvel Legends? Are you dabbling in a few other things? What are you into?
At the moment, it's just Marvel Legends, but I'm very close to starting the rabbit hole down the G.I. Joes.
Classified.
Yeah.
Yeah, go and watch Joes and Juice and get enabled by me, Tom, and Mark. When it comes to Legends, is it a bit of MCU, bit of comic, a bit both?
Yeah, it's a bit of everything, really.
Yeah, good.
It's just whatever I fancy and just pick it. And, yeah.
So let's start with this Thor wave then. Firstly, anticipation for the movie, and then are you into or tempted by any of these figures? They come out this week for us.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the movie, and I think I'm most probably just going to pre-order the whole wave because a lot of those characters I actually haven't got. So
nice.
Works perfectly.
A man after my heart. Full waves is the way to go. Yeah, especially if you. How long have you been collecting like Legends? Like you decided to, do you know what? I want a collection of these.
I think I started in February 2019, so only a couple of years.
Nice. So, as I said, perfect opportunity to get some of these figures or characters that you hadn't got. I think apart from Gore and obviously the new Jane Foster. I think the majority of these characters have been out in spurts. But as I said, we have had a bit of a lull with the MCU content, especially with familiar characters anyway. All right, let's bounce to Tanner. Tanner, same question to you when it comes to Love and Thunder.
So, Love and Thunder, I'm looking forward to the movie. I mean, I'm a bit more hyped for Doctor Strange because that's first.
It's 2 weeks.
I am hyped for this, exactly. And the figure wave, it looks good. Again, I'm only really a Spider-Man movie collector, so this looks brilliant. But unfortunately, not for me.
No, that's fair. I've just looked at the calendar. The next time we do Legends and Liquor, we would have seen Doctor Strange. That's crazy how quick that's come around. Not mad about it. Let's go to Cloud. When it comes to Love and Thunder, are you in love?
I am. I'm really excited for the movie. Seeing the trailer got me a little bit more so. The figures look great. You guys know I don't collect MCU, but I think the best part of this wave was Jane's costume.
Yeah.
And how comic accurate, how close it was. So that was really nice. But like Tanner, I'm very excited for Doctor Strange. It comes out the day after my birthday.
Oh,
There's always a Marvel film at the beginning of May, right in time for my birthday. So we'll probably maybe go to the theater and catch that one. But the wave looks good. The movie looks interesting. I have no doubt that it's going to be excellent. But as far as like picking up the figures, we're probably going to pass on those.
Yeah. Have you seen any of them in the wild, or have you been busy honeymooning?
So I really don't go out. But the past week we were out for our honeymoon, and we were at. So we were driving around a bit, and we hit some local targets. Nothing. I think I saw the 3 3/4 Magneto. We saw who else? We saw some Age of Apocalypse, but like our targets never have anything. It's awful.
It's one of them where people complain about the prices going up, but it seems to certain places you just can't find Legends. Is that because people are buying them up, or they're just not getting the stock? Who knows? I just want to real quick. I didn't realise 2 super chats came in at the same time, so of course I want to go back round and acknowledge Bring Toys to Work. So let me replay this real quick, if it will let me. I don't think it's come up in my Streamlabs, but Bring Toys to Work. It says, looking forward to the great and positivity discussions today on the stream. Thank you, Dan, for all of you do to cultivate such a positive network of collectors. Bring Toys to Work. Honestly, I cannot even put into words how much I love you and your support for the channel. Honestly, you're a legend in the game. You put the legend in Marvel Legend. Thank you so much, Michael. And Michael's going to be on the next Legends and Liquor. I think he said the first one in May 8th. So we should be able to speak to Michael on the next Legends and Liquor, which would be great, because then we can get his thoughts on Doctor Strange, and this man's got an epic collection as well. So thank you very much, Michael. Right, let's go down to Rush now. Rush, MCU, Thor, Love and Thunder. You're not in, right?
For Love and Thunder, I love that I will not have to spend any money on this wave, and feel the thunder from my wife for spending that money.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's what I mean. You're not, because I always try and remember what people's buying habits are. But like, you're definitely all in for the comics, obviously. But
yes,
you have got some MCU
comments.
Stuff.
The only MCU ones I have are just for figures that look identical to their comic versions, and they do not have comic versions out, like the Black Order. It's like those looked amazing, and it's like I'm customizing them to look more like their comic counterparts. But for most part, I stay away from MCUs altogether. So I may pick up 1 or 2 here or there, but my collection is comic.
Yeah, no, of course, you've got one of the best comic collections, full stop, period. But this wave,
thank you.
It's true. You do. It's true. Go and check out his video, and you can see for yourself. In this wave, Gore has not had a Marvel Legend before, and that we have already got an Adolescence Groot in Legends form. But like, does characters like that not tempt you?
Again, they do if they look like their comic counterpart. This Gore looks nothing like its comic counterpart, so I'll be skipping on that.
I guess so. It looks like a very angry Christian Bale, very pale Christian Bale. Let's go down to Mike. Mike, Love and Thunder. Are you in or you're out?
I'm mostly out, but I might grab Gore because the all black sword. I know that's kind of silly to think, but it is tempting because you never know what that's gonna, turn out to be later on whatever phase, you know.
Yeah, no, of course. Because in the comics, like, and Rush can keep me straight here, he has like all this crazy like.
That's Amanda's job, not mine.
But I enjoyed that. In the comics, he has like a Venom-esque like looking power. He doesn't have the same powers of Venom, but he has like this black sort of not sludge, but like black lines and panels all over the page, isn't it? So like that sword could be a replacement for that power in the film, maybe.
Yeah, and I've seen. Oops, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the sword's called the All Black. It's pretty much made of symbiotes, and
Okay,
just
so
what
it is symbiote.
makes it. Yeah, it's not existing symbiote, but it's made up of the same thing that makes up the symbiote. So it's a way that they could lead in, but again, I think they're going verge away from that. But I haven't seen the movie, so
Of course,
Go ahead,
none of us have. Go on, Mike.
Oh, I was gonna say, and then they also hinted on the pops that they showed a preview of. It looks like he's got something going on. That could it be a symbiote related, or could it just be just black clouds? It
will be interesting to see where symbiote pops up in the MCU, because if you've seen the very, very, very end of No Way Home, then something's lingering. Okay, let's move on. So again, a lot of pre-orders went up. So I'm not going to go crazy into the recapping, because I'm sure we'll get around to all of these figures as we go around the board. But all of these went up for pre-order. Every single one of these went up for pre-order this week. So there's a lot of figures here. Finally got to see Toad. It was Skinny Toad rather than Fat Toad. I think I guessed it would have been Fat Toad, so I was completely wrong. But I'm not mad about it, because I quite like the look of this Toad. I think he'd go great with the Brotherhood of Mutants. He is the fourth and final figure in the 20th anniversary line, to go along with Hulk, Captain America, and Iron Man. And then we had the rest. Everything else was Spider-Man related. So we got an Into the Spider-Verse Spider-Man Noir with another Spider-Ham. That single packed. So basically all of these have got new packaging as well, but I want to save that after we've talked about the toys, all right? So as we go around the board here, I'm basically just want to know what you're pre-ordering, what your favourite reveals were, etc. And then we're going to save the packaging discussion for after that, because I think that's a conversation worth having in itself. But we got this massive Venom, which I know Mike wants to gush over, as he already told us, because that could be the best comic Venom we get. And talking about best comic whatever, we could also possibly have the best comic Spider-Man, as in the 2-pack with Mary Jane, we've got this brand new pinless Spider-Man with foot articulation now as well. So they're adding more articulation to that retro Spider-Man, and it's pinless as well. So no more multicolored pins, which is a great touch. So that's in the 2-pack with Spinneret. We got the Iron Spider went up for pre-order, but we've already seen that. But still, it's nice to know how much and now we can get our hands on it. We have the inverted Future Foundation suit, which again is just another Spidey suit. Not mad about it. And something else is Spider-Man's first appearance in the sort of black and red with the web wings under him from the Amazing Fantasy. So that's went up for pre-order now as well. And then we got the Peter Parker and Ned 2-pack. Which I was pleasantly surprised with. We all thought this was coming, but it's, I don't know, looks better than I expected for me personally. But so that's one I've pre-ordered for sure, because as I said, I'm all in with the MCU stuff. But as you can see, a lot of stuff earn up for pre-order. So I'm gonna give it to you guys and let you guys talk about what you pre-ordered, what you liked, etc. Did anyone pull the trigger on this 2-pack? Now it's up for, now we've seen what's actually in the box. Which, where's that picture? Oh no, it's not here. I'll have a look on the other side. But anyway, lots of stuff to talk about. So I'll throw it to you guys. Tanner, let's start with you. You're underneath me. Right. So you're a Spider-Man guy. You just told us this yourself. So I would assume you went in, or you at least want to, depending on, obviously prices ain't easy these days. So I get it. People have to be a bit choosy. But I'm assuming you'd want to go in on everything.
Okay, before I answer this question, I just want to take a slight diversion, just because Mike's on the chat with me, and just give him a huge thank you for picking these guys up for me from the Holothon. So it's the Future Toy and the Super Bebop Rocksteady. Thank you so very much for picking that up.
No
for me, sending that out. Yeah, I'm in a great thankful debt to you, basically.
I'm not jealous
Now,
at
moving-
all. Not jealous.
Now, moving back to the Spider-Man stuff, I'm going to quote Queen here and say, I want it all and I want it now. Hook it to my veins, basically.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. So,
Yeah.
I pre-ordered literally everything so far.
That's what I would have assumed, but which ones stand out to you? So which are your favourite? Obviously, you're a Spider-Man guy, so all of this appeals to you. This is what you collect.
Mm-hmm.
But what out of this really stands out? Did anything surprise you? Anything we've seen that you didn't expect to see? Overall thoughts?
So I didn't expect that new body mold of the Spider-Man. So the pinless toe articulation, that looks really, really good. Also, the Venom with the wings. All right, the only thing on that I'm not a huge fan on are his Cuban shoe feet, but other than that, it's pretty much perfect figure. Null looks awesome as well. Those are the two standouts, I would say, from that for me.
Yeah, great. As I said, there's a lot of good here. Again, we're not going to mention the prices just yet. We're going to focus on the figures, but there is a lot of good here for sure. Okay, let's keep going around. Cloud, what about you? What are you pre-ordering, and what your overall thoughts on the reveals from Tuesday?
So I'm not the biggest Spider-Man fan, but I was really impressed with some of the reveals. I'm all in on the Spinneret and Spider-Man 2-pack. I mean he's pinless, so it's an improvement. But I have the retro one, but I prefer like the bigger eyes on him.
The McFarlane style.
This is more like kind of my style of Spider-Man. So he'll take the place of the other one on the shelf. Null was a character that I'm only recently familiar with, and the figure was interesting to me, but they packed it with that Venom, and I don't have a Venom on my shelf, so that was the price hurt, but I was all in on that.
Oh, that's perfect though if you don't have a Venom, because as we said, that's people are going to probably say that's the best. It's on the movie Venom's right here in front of me actually.
Yep.
It's look, obviously you know my thoughts on the Venom movies, not my favourite movies or anything, but the figure is an impressive figure. So now they've put it in the comic colours, there's no doubt that's going to be a great Venom.
Absolutely. The size I think is great. I had the monster Venom on the shelf, and he was just too big.
Yeah, he's massive, yeah.
And then I got the animated series Venom, and I didn't want to open it. So I don't have him on the shelf, and this is going to be perfect. I think the head sculpt is fantastic. I love the comic colors. I don't care about the wings because, like Sauron and the gargoyles, they're going to take up way too much space. It's not something I know anyway, but I definitely got the two packs. I'm excited for the lizard whenever he finally pops up, but I mean Walmart, so it's a crapshoot. But the other one I was really, really excited to see finally was Toad. I think that's all I pre-ordered. I had a pre-order for Silk and Doc Ock already.
Yeah, that one went up on there.
That's
an Amazon exclusive, so yeah, that one went up. I think they just revealed the packaging essentially on this stream.
Pretty much. I like that she's got shorter hair, so it's better for posing because the long hair kind of limits their head articulation.
Yeah, and it's more accurate to how she's seen in the comics currently. This is not. Sorry, I'm distracted by the way with Teddy, people. Amanda's going out, so he's being a pain in the ass. He barks at if there's a leaf that blows past our house, he barks at it. So it's hard to keep him quiet. Okay, let's go down to Rush. So Rush, you were just saying, obviously, comic guy, a lot of comic figures here, but a lot of these figures we technically already have on our shelf. So I am curious about what are you're going to pick in regards to these pre-orders.
I pre-purchased 4 things.
Okay.
I picked up the Null Venom 2-pack because I needed Null. And unlike what you're saying on Thursday's show, I actually did say that the other one figure in the 2-pack would be, Venom, whereas a lot of people were guessing Thor. I guessed Venom.
No, fair play. I said I do not doubt it for a second, but
I only wish he came with the axe as well, which that axe I won't spoil of what the axe is for anyone that hasn't read the storyline. But beyond that, so I picked up the Spinneret 2-pack, just also mainly for Spinneret, and that's a much better looking, as Cloud said, Spider-Man because of the larger eyes. I picked up the Spider armor.
Yep.
that that thing I'll comment on later, and then Toad. So those were the only ones I picked up, and I am ecstatic that Toad was the skinny body.
I was literally about to ask you that.
I liked.
Yeah, no, I was about to ask you that. But for the record, I like Skinny Toad as well. The Life Out, I think it's Life Out Toad. I think he's going to go great with the Brotherhood of Mutants. I just thought Hasbro would go with the reuse of Doc Ock, but I'm not mad about this at all. I really like this Toad too. I'm just disappointed.
No, the problem with the Doc Ock bot. Yeah, the problem with the Doc Ock body is, one, he's got the 4 holes on his back, and 2, it's like he's not really that posable. So it's like you want Toad, especially with how agile he is, to be posable. Unless they gave that Doc Ock body like longer legs, there's no way people were going to be able to use that the way they wanted. They would just complain. So I'm happy with this being the way that is.
People don't complain about Legends. What's he on about?
Yeah, I know. I'm causing controversy. I should just, be quiet. Next.
People don't complain. It's technically a free pack as well, if anyone complains about the price. It's a great price for a free pack, right? No, I'm joking. There are 2 Thogs in it, though. Okay, let's keep going. Mike, what are you pre-ordering? You said you want to gush over Venom. Now's your time, my friend. Go for it.
That Venom and Null 2-pack is definitely amazing looking. My only worry that would probably knock him off the top Venom of the, in that scale, would be probably the toe feet, because he needs the boot feet.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like wearing sandals with socks. You just can't do it.
Okay.
And so currently, Marvel Select Venom is the best one there is. And then it should have been the Mafex taking the crown on it, but he was small, and let's hope the Thor isn't that small.
Do you have the movie Venom already? Do you have this one?
Yes, he's actually up in a shelf that I need to redo. He's up on my small movie shelf, and I'll have to send you guys pictures at some point of it when I redo it.
So you know what you're getting then already, essentially. So you know it's a decent figure, but you're still saying at this scale the Venom.
The way if they do it that good, I know the head looks good. Both the heads look good. Obviously is that
the Select Rush?
No, this is actually the old Toy Biz Spider-Man Classics Venom, which I honestly think is one of the best Venoms out there. So.
Is that the Elbow Shark one? Oh no, that one. The only problem with that one is the face melts on it if you don't take care of it well.
I don't put my
you microwaving your figures or something?
No, you just store them, and sometimes just the wrong thing leans on it, and it's before you know it, it's got Morbius face.
Oh dear. Keep your figures away from direct sunlight. I'd advise that for sure.
And then the true top Venom for me now, because I got a custom head for him, is my deluxe.
Monster Venom, the deluxe Monster Venom.
Yeah, and then I got a new head for him. So
what's the head from?
The head was from somebody on Instagram named Chris Harris, and I know Nick's been trying to reach him, and the guy's kind of hard to reach, so it's give or take. But second runner-up probably be Steel Metal Collectables if you needed a real good custom Venom head.
A lot of great customizers on Instagram at the minute for sure.
Yeah, and my other, so I pre-ordered that. Yeah, which. Obviously it's the price of 2 Build-A-Figures, essentially, but better than waiting for him, right?
And Null's big as well. Like, they showed the scale of Null. He's not... maybe you could put him in a single pack, but anyway, he is quite big.
And I'm wondering if he has, shoulder pegs for the wings to go in, too, because he can do the wing thing, too.
Oh, interesting.
And I know... So, if they did do that, that'd be a good use of either one, So then, if you wanted the regular Venom and then the winged Null... because there is a scene in the comics where he uses them, and that scene is pretty devastating.
I do feel like if it could have done that, they would have used that as a selling point, but because they didn't mention it, I don't think it's got the holes in it. I'm trying to look for a picture of his back, but I can't find a straight up picture of his back. But I'm assuming if it could do that, they would definitely use that as a selling point, like the wings go on either figure. So it seems like a missed opportunity if you're telling me that.
Yeah, and so I'm surprised they didn't, and I'm surprised they didn't do a more Venom-like head for him. But obviously budget, they were already high enough on it. And so yeah, I'm in on that one. And then I'm in on even though the Mafex for me is like my Spider-Man of all the 112s.
Yeah.
I'm definitely in on that because it's just a cool looking 2-pack, and by chance it happens to be a better Spider-Man than the retro.
This basically an updated retro. It's the retro base body with the new pinless arms and legs and the toe articulation. Yeah.
The return of the toes. We haven't seen that since what? Toy Biz?
I suppose so.
Since since this one?
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, Beast had toes.
So then I pre-ordered that one. And then other than that, I'm kind of, as much as I want like everything on there,
yeah,
I'm kind of waiting because I'm sure, eventually everything will be like, we'll get like the AOA wave. It'll be everywhere, and
you think
it'll
that,
be on discount somewhere.
But just think this is this year's. Well, we're assuming that this year it's the summer line is these 10 sets, and like they're plentiful at first, but then they just disappear and start getting a little bit harder to find. So like I don't think these are the type of figures, even at these new prices, are going to peg warm. Again, even with the new packaging, but that's a topic we'll get into shortly. But yeah, it's difficult. It's definitely difficult. Like we're not in the age where I remember, like I was saying this on the other stream, that in like 2017, 2018, I literally would buy every single legend that came out. And yes, of course, there's a lot of money, but it was doable if that was the line that you collected. But as times went on, and obviously more legends are coming out now more than ever. I think 2021 and 2020 had more legends in a single calendar year than any other year. It's impossible to buy everything now. Like you just can't do it. You can't do it. So you have to pick and choose.
I'm usually I'm not even close to a completist. I'm usually like whoever catches the eye and in that scale and keeps it. I dabble in a little bit of everything. Unfortunately, I can say the less Black Series I buy, the more of everything else I can buy now.
That's the thing. Like we collect more than just legends. So like to be a legends completionist, like you would have to literally buy nothing else and not even pay your rent. Do you know what I mean? But we all need a roof, so the rent's still going to be paid. I don't even
understand how people do that with like G.I. Joe Classified. Like I have ones that I won't grab because even though I love that series and I have most of them now. Yeah. But there are some that I'm like, well, I don't need that one. It doesn't really.
So keeping it back on track with the Spider-Man reveals, what didn't you pre-order but you want to, but you just didn't?
I didn't pre-order the Toad,
but you want it.
I do want it.
Yeah.
Because I need one because I have Blob and he would go great with him.
Yeah, of course. There's a figure I don't have. Talking about not being a completionist, I'd love a Blob.
Yeah.
In the Lizard, I'm kind of. Because I'm actually getting rid of the box set one from Toy Biz.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of tempted to pick up this one only because, if you don't grab it now, it's going to be like one of those, you go to order it on Walmart and it's gone within seconds. And, before you know it, somebody else is posting it and selling it on their site.
This was everyone's reaction when we seen the new Legend prices. That's not my joke. Someone else did that, but it made me laugh anyway.
Toy farce or something like that.
Yeah, it still made me laugh. He's not wrong. But it's a pretty good first appearance for Lizard, to be fair. But it does look like a Muppet.
We're going to see more of that sticker.
Yeah, I'm curious.
And then before you know it, people will be chasing stickers like Pops.
Oh no, I don't. I don't even know. Like I said this question on Thursday. I was like, do I keep the sticker on or not? Because it's like going to be the only one with a bloody sticker on. Makes no sense. I told you, someone on my wall's got to get cut. Maybe
that would drive me nuts. One having the sticker.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't like
go get a roll of stickers for that and put them on all of them.
No, just get rid of that.
Wolverine gets one. Punisher gets one.
Damien in the chat says best Lizard and not a Muppet first head appearance. That was a yeah. So I joked around and said it's a Muppet head. It does sort of look like a Muppet head, but I admit it's very much accurate to the first appearance at least. But yeah, this Lizard's the only one that's not gone up for pre-order yet. So it's a Walmart exclusive, I believe, in the US. They never mentioned anything, and a Toys R Us exclusive in Canada, but they never mentioned anything over here. So I have no idea. Hopefully it's easy to get.
People will probably be bugging you for the Dan Who export service, because that'll be one that'll be hard to get.
I'm happy to help if it comes out, but we don't know yet. We don't know where it's going to be in the UK yet. But if they didn't, because they didn't mention it was an exclusive, I'm just going to assume it's going to be available, because you know me, I love the retro stuff. So yeah, this is the only one that didn't go up for pre-order. I would have pre-ordered 2 of these if they went up for pre-order, but they didn't. Let's go down to Hugo. So as I said, you're a new Legends guy. So if you're new to Legends, and there's a lot of stuff here that you're not, or a lot of characters here that you're not even going to have yet. So this could get expensive very quickly. But as we know, we're not all made of money, so you're going to have to be picky. So what is there anything you actually did pre-order, and what do you want? What do you want? Like, is there everything? Do you want everything, but you got to be picky?
Well, actually, before the Spider-Man stuff, when I actually pre-ordered the Disney Plus Wave 3 when that live stream started, because of when they showed the boxes, I was like, yeah, I need to pre-order that. So I actually pre-ordered the Disney Plus Wave.
That's with the 2 Moon Knights and the 2 Hawkeyes, essentially, so far. The Ultron, the Build-A-Fig Ultron.
Yeah.
Who you're hoping is in that wave?
Hopefully, when they announce the release date for She-Hulk, maybe a character from there, and yeah,
we shall see.
Maybe someone else from Hawkeye as well.
We shall see. I'm going to try and I'm peeking to the Marvel team tomorrow, and I'm going to try and probe for some type of hint at what else is in that wave. But we shall see. But back to the Spider-Man. What did you go for?
I haven't actually pre-ordered any of them, but I'm very tempted to get maybe the Ned and Peter Parker 2-pack.
I'm glad someone mentioned that. I think this is a great 2-pack. Let's scroll up to it. So you said you dabble in a bit of both MCU and comic stuff. Have you got any of the MCU Spider-Man so far?
Yeah, I actually got the No Way Home wave from last year. I got the whole wave.
So this would go perfect with them already. And Ned and Peter. Ned's virtually looked the same throughout all the movies. It makes me laugh that his hair's fake. Like, in real life, he's bald, and that's a 2-pack.
Don't say that.
It is. It's funny. I wonder if it's an detachable piece, so you can get real life Ned. But he even comes with a mask from the first movie as well. But yeah, the great pack. So yeah, what else you got your eye
on? The Doc Ock and Silk 2-pack. I'm definitely thinking of getting, because I missed out on them both last time.
There you go. So this is perfect for someone like you who doesn't have either of them yet. You don't have that dilemma of thinking, oh damn, I've already got them, like this idiot and other idiots in the chat. There's more. We're all idiots. But what else you fancy? I'm just curious. I'm like, because you're quite new to collecting, I'm just curious of how you're building your collection. Like, what you're thinking. Like, what characters here? Like, as a collector of the Legends, like the Null storyline, for example, is quite a recent story within the comics. So is Null a character that you are even aware of?
Yeah, I've heard about him quite a bit actually. But
is that through the toy community or through comics and stuff?
Through the toy community mainly.
Yeah. See, that's what's so good at that's what is really intriguing to me about collecting in general, is that everyone's jumping on point is different, and everyone's sort of source for the material is different. But like Toad, do you remember Toad from like the X-Men films rather than the comics or the cartoons, for example, like X-Men Evolution or something like that?
Yeah, I remember Toad from the film.
Yeah, good. What about if you haven't got a comic Spider-Man, I would suggest this 2-pack. This is going to be the new go-to Spider-Man. We have dubbed him the pinless Spider-Man, as he's the only pinless Spider-Man out there. So
he's going fast too.
Yeah,
sold out.
I told you, it doesn't matter. This Spider-Man is a Salah, simple as that. And this seems like it's got all the right hands. It's no pins. It's like it's aesthetically very pleasing. We already know what articulation you can get from it. And the fact that it comes with spinneret's a bonus, because it's another Mary Jane, and that Mary Jane head looks great as well. So do you have the retro Spider-Man, Hugo?
I got the one from the start of this year, I think it was, or the end of last year. I got that wave, so
the retro card, the retro card one. Yeah. Oh, nice. Super chat from Laser Pants real quick.
Laser Pants donated $5. I already have a custom laser pants head, and now Marvel Legends has given me the perfect laser pants body with that Ned figure.
That's pretty funny. Let's go back to Ned. I'm going to Photoshop a picture of laser pants on this Ned, and I'll come back and show it on a different stream. That's pretty funny. I want to see a Photoshop. I want to see a crude Photoshop. I know you've got Photoshop laser pants. I want to see it. But no, that's great. It's a completely pinless Ned. I know a lot of people are saying that the Peter Parker heads look pretty naff, but if you look like at the Peter Parker they were showing off, the one that Dwight had in his hand actually looked pretty good, but the promo images, it doesn't look all that. So I do think this set is a case of get it in hand and it's going to look better than what the promo pics show. All right, let's go. Let's take a minute to pause then and talk about the packaging, because again, I think this is definitely a worthy of conversation at least. So Marvel Legends for the first time in the main line. I know we've got these guys. That's right, people have brought another Hank. Why not? We've had these. These are like plastic-free packaging, but we haven't in the main line yet got plastic-free packaging. We've started to see it recently in the sort of kids lines, but now this whole basically every pre-order they put up yesterday, I put up this week, apart from Lizard, who was still on the retro card, and of course Toad as well, who's on the tribute card. Bye, Amanda. He's had it. Bye-bye. Yeah, so everything is on this new plastic-free packaging. So let's get a 2-pack up, because it's bigger and you'll see. So they've went for the promo images on the front of the packaging, and then on the back of it, again, the same promo, similar promo images, but it includes what accessories come with. So this packaging, everyone's got different opinions on it. Now, we said it on a Tuesday stream, me and Rich. We were both saying that we pre-order our figures online. Like, we don't really buy in the wild. So for us, we don't really get to pick what face like deco we want, or whatever. Like we've got to trust the retailer or whatever. So it doesn't matter too much to us personally. However, I'm not a fan of the look of these either at the same time. So again, I'm curious what you guys think. Let me ask you guys. All right, let's go Tanner. Tanner, pinless packaging. What are you saying? Pinless packaging, what am I about? Plastic packaging, pinless packaging. Sorry, I'm distracted. Teddy, carry on.
I would say good news, bad news kind of thing, yeah. So I will start off with the humorous good news, in which if they decide to go this route with like the retro packaging, I will now only need to buy one as opposed to two.
This is what I'm worried about, Tanner. I don't want it to kill. Like, the plastic on where is he? Right up top. Does this mean the death of the retro line?
If it does, that saves my bank account a whole lot more money. So that's fine. That's a positive, I would say. Now, I'm like you. I order everything online, so I'm sure we'll get everything fine. But it's a case of, let's use an example of the Ninja Rangers from earlier in the year, where a whole load of them arrived with
missing heads.
Many missing heads, stuck joints, this, that, and the other. You wouldn't be able to tell until you open it. And more often than not, when you open it, they won't accept refunds because you've opened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, fine. And now with regards to the packaging, unless I actually keep the boxes get recycled. So I'm not fussed about the look of the packages because it's just going to end up in the recycling. Simple as, that's it from me, basically, on that.
Yeah, no, again, everyone has a different buying experience. Like, there's no right or wrong on this. And thank you for 100 viewers on a Sunday as well. We appreciate that. I'm going to put the flashy lights on up top just to say thank you. But yeah, everyone has a different buying experience. So, like, some people genuinely ain't going to care. Like, some people, like, Robo always says the packaging is the trash around his plastic. So, someone like Robo, I'm assuming, is not going to care. But other people, like, there are mint and box collectors. And I know Ryan Ting is one of those people where he buys figures to see what the figure looks like in box. It's like, does that mean the death of the mint on card collector? Cloud, what do you think of all of this?
I'm all for it. I do understand the frustration behind it for people who are mint on box collectors, people who want to go out and buy to physically pick up their figures. I get why people are upset. but I open everything I buy online, and I end up sitting here with all these boxes on the floor, and those are a pain in the ass to recycle because you're gonna have to separate the plastic. This easy, figure out, box, done. So I'm okay with this myself.
Yeah, Rush, what are you saying?
My feelings on this are kind of along the same lines as the price on it. It's discussing all this just a little bit premature because everything that's got this new packaging is the anniversary line.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't really judge anything like that because like the Thor wave and then the Disney Plus wave that they've shown packaging for, those still have the plastic in it. So
same as the controller builder figure,
just
same
be
as
the anniversary line,
yep.
along with the raised prices that everyone keeps on complaining about.
Of course, but it's still a taste of what could come.
Yeah,
That's what we're curious about.
Yep. So it's like it's all going to end up in the trash anyways. I know if this is the route that they go for, especially for the Build-A-Figure figures, I will not be buying in store anymore. I know Hasbro talked about like last year or something that they're working on new like security things for their packaging where if someone opens it, it's going to be obvious that it was open, so it's not like they could return.
But for key figures, I tend to buy two. So I'm torn on it. I know I actually asked Ryan about his take on it, and he said it's a journey, so he's getting used to it too, obviously. But I'm worried the same way Rush is. If you're going to buy in store, I've literally caught people trying to steal the Build-A-Figure piece and return it before. So
did you phone 911? Did you phone the police? Did you report them?
No, I actually called him out to the manager as he was doing it. I had the same figure in hand. So it was like one of those lucky, moments. Not so lucky for him.
Yeah.
But, so then, it's one of those, it's going to make more sense to order online. But, even Amazon does the returns thing sometimes, so you never know. My take on it is the packaging won't look as good, and it's probably not as recyclable as they think because it's glossy anyway.
Still can be recycled. It's still recyclable.
Yeah, but it's one of those. It won't affect me too much. I mean, yeah, it'll be easier to put it back in the package. If I wanted to, resell it at some point. If there's a figure that I kept the package for like, something that was like super expensive.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they would leave my cold dead hand, but you never know.
Sorry, real quick. Tac with the super chat. He says windowless artwork on MODOK was beautiful, and the artwork on MODOK was actually a piece of artwork. It wasn't just just a simple graphic of the figure, like a digital render. So I am like, as I said, I do think this packaging, if it is the way they move forward, it's going to evolve anyway, because I don't think this isn't a Hasbro. This isn't a Marvel team initiative. This is a Hasbro initiative.
Yeah.
This is a Hasbro global company, want to be more conscious of the environment, whatever. So this is something we're going to see across multiple lines. So this isn't a choice that the Marvel team have went, do you know what, let's do this. This is something they're being told to do. So it's something that they are going to have to figure out the best way to do it for the brand anyway. I would also say I would be nervous, kind of like Tanner was with the, because Target, they already have a policy that says if a figure's opened, they're not taking it back. They don't, whether or not they enforce it is wishy-washy, but, if they decide to suddenly make it across the board, enforcement, if you get a figure that gets swapped, you're pretty much going to be screwed. That's my only fear of it. Yeah, we're going to see. Hugo, what about you? You as a new collector, are you buying, have you brought any figures to like keep on card? Have you got any mint on card figures? Or are you literally opening everything? What do you feel about this? Do you reckon it even looks good first?
I don't mind the new packaging, but I buy most of my Legends online anyway, so don't really bother me. But then when you get like a box like this, it's annoying a bit because this box looks really good, and that's why I keep very few because they look so good. It's just like might not get them anymore, and just it can be a little bit frustrating.
Yeah, I've got a garage. I didn't show it on my collection video, but my garage is full of boxes. Like, because I've got, and I know I'm not the only collector that does this, but like I just can't. I find it hard to get rid of boxes. Amanda hates it, and it's not that I'm a hoarder, or maybe I am. I don't know, but like, I don't know. I just find it hard to get rid of the boxes. It's annoying. So like, but these, I don't feel like I'm going to be as compelled to keep them because resale. Like, it's going to be so hard to tell, like, if you buy off eBay, if they've actually been opened or not. Sorry, Amanda's literally left the house now, right? So she's just left me with Teddy and chicken. So he's going to not be shut up until I give him some chicken. You good, Ted? Will you please be quiet? I'm live on YouTube. Oh, dear. Okay. It's so annoying. Let's see what the chat is saying real quick. My basement is full of boxes too, says Literal Action Figures. Hundreds. Yeah, trust me, I'm not even joking when I say the same. I tried to purge, but I was like, what happens if I need this? Like, I've tried to justify it by saying one day, what happens if I resell? But I don't know.
Dan, real quick,
Yeah.
seeing that MODOK comment, that actually brings up, one of the positive things on it if they move forward with this windowless boxing, especially when it comes to maybe the future Build-A-Figures, is they won't have to worry about how the figures are actually displayed in the box, and we can actually get more interesting Build-A-Figures. Because if you think back to the Sugar Man Build-A-Figure with the Jean Grey, how it looks like she's sideways hugging the face.
Yeah.
It's like they won't have to worry about that presentation anymore, and we could actually get more, interesting Build-A-Figures since it's just a plain box, kind of like how MODOK was in pieces. So
yeah,
that's one positive thing.
I also think the artwork can improve. Again, like this is one example I've got on screen with Ned and Peter. Looks a little bit boring, but they need to show you what's in the package at the same time. I do think maybe not with the MCU's, well, maybe with the MCU figures they could put a picture of the movie or something. I don't know. I don't know what would look good. It's new for everyone, and I just think change. People ain't comfortable with change, so when things change, it's always a topic of conversation anyway. And there's going to be people in either side of the fence. It's just something we need to, as Ryan Ting told to Mike, is something we're all going to have to sort of just learn to live with, depending on which direction they go. Because Rush quite rightly said this is so far only the Spider-Man figures, all the Build-A-Figure waves, because we've already seen Controller, we've already seen Bonebreaker. They're both still on the standard packaging anyway. We know the Disney Plus next wave. Disney Plus is on the same standard packaging. So any waves moving forward after that, we'll find out. And again, I will mention it to the Hasbro team. Rich M in the chat says, my prediction is when the cardboard hits the machine, the main line, that will be the point they get rid of the Build-A-Figures. Oh no, I hope not. Build-A-Figures is like a main thing of Legends, isn't it? Like I don't think they could get rid of Build-A-Figures. Yeah, staples the word I wanted. Thank you, Cloud. Yeah, like I don't think they'd get rid of Build-A-Figures. They'd find a way to keep it happening. Like Rush said, maybe they can do more interesting things now because they ain't got to worry about presentation. Just give us a fun graphic on the front. Because there's plenty of great artists out there, and like the VHS boxes are an example of that. Maybe not the V8 and maybe not the army builders, but did anyone really care? People just wanted the army builder inside. But interesting. Daniel S also says to Rush, that's a great point.
And stick together.
Yeah. Greg says, with the boxes like this, though, Build-A-Figures are probably dead. No, stop saying. Everyone stopped saying that. I'm going to ask the Marvel team.
If the Build-A-Figures go away, then we are only going to be getting the Iron Man, Spider-Man's, Captain America's, Wolverine's. Because the Build-A-Figures are the ways that we get the more like lesser-known characters because they know people will buy them for the piece.
I'm writing a note to myself. I'm basically just going to ask the Marvel team tomorrow, our Build-A-Figure's dead. Our Build-A-Figure's dying. We need to know for our own self. Tom says, if they get rid of Build-A-Figures, you'll never get the niche, less popular characters, which is exactly what Rush just said as well. So, yeah. Which they're not wrong. They're not wrong. It is a selling point of the wave. Put that desirable Build-A-Figure. I don't know how desirable the Controller was, but it's still a brand new character for the shelf, and I always like adding brand new characters to the shelf. So that's an example of a selling point, even for a lesser known character. All right, gentlemen, let's jump back at this. Right, I know I skipped it at the start real quick, but I do always like just saying what new toys you got. I know Tanner's already showed off your turtle stuff from Mike. Is that what you've been picking up? Anything else?
No, there is one more thing. Well, I say three more things, but I
know he's been dying to show these off. So here's your opportunity, my friend.
Mate,
real quick, Dan.
Yeah.
Look in the comments real quick. KSM Kyle put the best comment that affects you completely. So you need to look at.
We'll never get Hippo if they stop Build-A-Figures. That is, hopefully, I basically, I don't know if anyone's seen, I don't want to spoil it, but if anyone's seen episode 4 of Moon Knight, I got so many messages. I'm not even joking. I think everybody who knows me who's seen that episode messaged me. I think you were the first, Tanner, that morning. You must have watched it early. Because I got up and I was like, what? And I was thinking, what? Because no one told me what it was. Everyone just said, oh, they've seen something. And I just burst out laughing when I seen it.
And then going along with Hippo.
Go on, carry on, Rush.
If I watched your interview with the Hasbro team and Hippo is not brought up by you, you'll be losing some credible points in my book.
Look,
just saying.
Rich tried to find me a Hippo hat so I could wear a Hippo hat while I was interviewing them, but it wouldn't get delivered from Amazon in time. But I'll trust me, I'm going all in. I don't want to do a weird campaign for Hippo. It needs to be subliminal. It needs to be subliminal messages.
Oh, you need to. That way you get to be the one to present him.
No. It's not about it. The greater good is that Hippo exists at some point in Build-A-Figure form. People will be happy when he does, trust me. But anyway, let's go back to Tanner, because Tanner's got some good things to show off that are not Hippo related.
Not Hippo related, yeah. Let's flash back 2 weeks to the anniversary show in which you were drinking.
I was
drinking. And
you're blaming Legends of Liquor, are you?
No. Hold on a second. Let me finish.
Okay.
So as Rich would describe it, I made a very alcohol-fueled decision and picked up these, I'm going to say monstrosities, but I like them anyway. So the Michael Bay 3-0 turtles. So I got Leonardo, I got Michelangelo, and Donatello. Raph is on the way. The other three are here. These look really, really good. And to be honest with you, as much as I'm not a fan of the Bay movies, I literally said before on Turtles and Tea, I want at least one iteration of the Turtles from each of the different movie lines. And if you're going to get one, you may as well get the best version.
Makes sense
and
to me.
These are the best versions.
What's that, Ted? Teddy said that Donatello is the best turtle. See?
He is.
No, that's Raphael. He said Raphael.
Can you speak dog?
Yeah, of course I can.
Say Ted, Donatello, right? Donatello.
Hey, we all know who the last Ronin is.
We do, but shush. Spoiler alert.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
because
yeah.
You're the coward and didn't fight.
Yeah. So
do they have articulation? Do they have decent articulation, by the way? Or
yeah,
they just
the fabric is there, so you got
for the record, they look like great. Like for what they're meant to represent, they look spot on.
Single jointed knees, okay head movement, but it just looks so realistic. Take a look at that shell.
They look great, mate. They
do. It just looks so realistic. Because of the shell, there's not really much of a body. The body hinging forward and whatnot. Yeah, ab crunch is what I'm looking for. Yeah. But they use proper rubber and they made it so detailed. It actually looks like turtle scales. So it looks so good. And I'm actually looking for the Bebop and Rocksteady ones as well, just to kind of like complete the set. But yeah, it's a decision that was alcohol based. But I don't regret it, so let's say.
Good. Have you got room for them? Because you're running out of room as it is. Do these just sleep in your bed?
They are currently in their boxes now. Donatello and Mikey are currently up there acting as risers for my X-Men.
Okay.
So, as of the moment, they're staying in their boxes until I get a more dedicated figure room.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have them than not have them, in effect.
I think they look great for what they represent. Like whether you like the character design or not of the Bay Turtles, you cannot deny that they're great representations in figure form in that 1/6 scale, right?
Yes, 1/6 scale.
Do you have many other things in 1/6 scale?
No, these are literally the only things I have in 1/6 scale. Now that Galactus is, God knows, whatever scale,
So
but it's huge.
You can have the turtles fighting Sentinel and Galactus essentially.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
And you've tried. You've got Raph now. Have you found him? Is he just not arrived yet?
Raph is coming from Germany.
Okay. A German
he's on
Raph.
the way. German Raph. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've saved the best turtle for last.
Teddy disagrees.
And I'm going to leave it at that.
You definitely said Donatello, right? Donatello. Never mind. Okay, no, great pickups. And again, thank you to Mike for helping out Tanner, Jay, and Tom, who basically, we had a Hall of Fun nightmare. And thankfully, Rush has hooked me up with the gargoyles. So, yes, we're grateful we have some friends from across the pond. There they are, looking great. As I said, this week, Rush, I'm throwing some money on my address at you. I'm getting jealous of everyone else. Okay, Cloud, you just got married, so I don't suppose you've brought too much, but have you got anything worthy of showing off?
Not in the room. We got ourselves the Lego Seinfeld.
I seen you doing that. Is that
brilliant.
worth watching? I've never seen Seinfeld, right? But I'm a big Simpsons fan. I do like Friends, and I know Friends was like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but was Friends like the next generation of sitcom after that type of thing?
Kind of, yeah. I'd give it a watch. Give it a few episodes though, because some of the characters take a little time to kind of warm up to, as they're irritating.
Okay.
But in a good way. But it's something we've wanted for a while. She had never seen Seinfeld until I showed it to her, and she fell in love with it. So we got that. I've got a few things on the way. I've got she actually should be here tomorrow. This Fortnite character. She's got like a pink bear head. I just thought she looked cool. So she's on the way. I've got some comics on the way. I've got some stuff from Big Bad Toy Store with, what do we have? We have Plunderlings. We have another Ronin Warrior. I got a new tattoo.
You said you spent £400 on the or $400
Plunderlong.
Yeah. So when that's a Kickstarter. So that charge, when they meant to hit? Meant to hit this year or next year or?
They say January 2023.
Okay.
But I was going to do 2 of the skinny guys and 1 of the big guys. We ended with 5 Plunderlongs and 3 Plunderstrongs. And then there's 1 that they didn't get to that I really like, so they're going to put it as a backer kit.
Okay.
So that'll put us up to 6 of these things. We got accessories. It was like $421 the night before our wedding. She was just like, how much of that did you buy? And I'm like, oh, it's the Plunderlong. All right, whatever.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Those Kickstarters are dangerous for sure.
Yeah. But everything else was wedding presents. The tattoos were wedding presents.
Nice.
That's really it. Nothing yet.
And do you want to show us? Where is it?
Oh, it's on my hip. It's just a logo of a band I really like.
What's the band?
Long Distance Calling. They're like a rock band from Germany.
Oh, okay. Did they sell Tanner his Raphael?
They might have. I can ask them.
They do.
Follows me on Instagram, so I'll let them know.
I've not heard of them, I'm afraid, but I'm happy you're happy. Let's go along to Rush. What have you just been pre-ordering or have you been buying anything?
I've just been pre-ordering. So in the past 2 weeks, I've got nothing. So I'm just going to take my time to talk to you, Dan. Hi, Dan.
How are you? I'm fine. Do you know what, Rush? I'm glad you asked. No one ever asks. No, they do really.
I'm peachy keen. I'm just, working and training. But, with your questions tomorrow, can I propose like 3 possible questions? I know that you're limited on what you can ask. So these all fall within range. So that you can ask.
Of course you can. For the record, just to be completely transparent with people, like this is all, it goes through PR. It's not like Ryan Ting phones me up and or emails me and says, Dan, let's do an interview. A PR company get in touch. They ask you to submit questions and stuff like that. So my questions have already been submitted for approval. But as always, I have my list of questions and then I have like a few notes so I can swerve off or divert. You know what I'm like. I like to just chat rather than it be. I don't like it being super formal because these lads have to sit there for like 10 interviews all day long with the same questions being asked. It must be wow boring. So I just try and make it a little bit more lively. But yes, please. I've got my notepad open. Let's go. What you thinking?
I mean, just simply, PulseCon's a given, but are we going to have a fan fest this year?
Yeah, interesting. Yeah,
that's an honest question.
I think I have like an SDCC type question, so that can fall within the realms of that for sure. I can ask about cons and stuff like that. Yeah.
and you said that you're going to be prying into them to try and get them to answer about the Disney Plus wave. Ask them what their thoughts on the character Red Dagger are.
Red Dagger, okay. Red Dagger.
Yeah, who is a martial artist that in the comics trained Miss Marvel and is also already cast in the show. And you can see him in the trailer, so
okay,
possibility for that, another figure in that wave.
Yeah, like, I know that basically a lot of people ask, like when I ask for question suggestions, a lot of people ask for very specific, like, are they going to do this? Are they going to do that? But I always try and avoid them because we know they can't say yes or no, so it's like a waste of a question. Do you know, like, so I always try to like get nuggets out of them other ways, like. For example, that wave, there's still figures in that wave. So, like, are the rest of the figures in that wave gonna be live action? Are there what ifs? There's a what if builder figure. Is there another what if figure in that wave? Do you know, like, I try and ask questions in a way that they might possibly give us a nugget rather than getting just a straight up yes or no. But Red Dagger, interesting. I don't even know who that character is. I don't think. But it's written down. Go on, carry on. Last one.
Actually, two more than
Okay.
since you brought up that wave. We're starting to see a current trend with them where they're actually separating MCU waves and comic book based waves, where they're not mixing them anymore, like the Avengers and the X-Men waves, What If wave and Thor wave. Is that something that they're going forward? Because if they're wanting to save people money, that could be a good way.
I think I have a very similar question regarding wave assortments, if you will. So yeah.
And lastly, how did they choose the paint app colors? I know a lot of people complain about, like, this Spider-Man doesn't come with web hands or fist hands and everything. Well, if all their Spider-Mans were the same color, we could easily mix and match those hands and heads.
Oh, you mean like the same reds and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, that's one of the biggest things. Like, well, I've got this head that I like and this body, but the colors don't match.
The red is like off just a little bit. Yeah, that is frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
so all those are reasonably asked.
No, they're fair questions. And
when are we getting Hippo?
And Hippo. That I'm writing that in capitals. Hippo.
I've also changed my T-shirt just to give you a little hint of something as well.
Oh,
mate.
okay, something Turkish. And you're a Spider-Man fan.
Yeah. I'll send you a T-shirt as well, mate, just so you can wear it to the interview.
Two things I don't think are over with. We're probably going to get more of the Spider-Man 60th anniversary stuff, and I don't think Toad is the last one of the 20th anniversary if other rumors are true.
Interesting. As I said, I've some of the stuff you're saying, I've already sort of got similar questions, just worded a little bit differently. So we're after the same type of information. So we're on the same page. It's all good.
Dan, it's the Dan wavelength.
It is. It's one of those things. Mike, back down to you. We were talking about new toys. Do you have any new toys worthy of showing off?
So I finally finished off the Bad Batch, and I'm kind of psyched about that.
Oh, you need Brandon. You need Brandon instead of me. I have no clue about Bad Batch.
Oh yeah,
War in the Stars.
Oh, you know what? If you ever wanted to, just start off the last season of Clone Wars, and that's about it, and then you'll be good. Yeah, I'm pretty psyched that. It's funny. I got this guy off Nerdzoic.
I've heard of him.
And then at the same time, my friend found him in store, and I said I only needed Echo, and I just had him ship her loose. And the only issue is she's got the gem in her head, which makes her not as accurate to the how she is in the show.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, and then it's funny, they kind of overtooled on him. He's amazing. He's basically a clone trooper that got turned into a robot.
Is it Echo?
And yep, it's Echo, and he is an amazing figure. He actually has a piece that goes over his hand. Only problem is, I think if you do it too much, it could risk breaking the peg.
Okay.
And then the helmet has a peg that's a nightmare to close to get his helmet on.
You said watch the last season of Clone Wars. I remember Brandon trying to get me on board, and I watched the episode that they debut in, where they're trying to find Echo, ain't they, in that episode, and they're following like a transmission or something.
Basically, start off with like the last two seasons of Clone Wars, and then circle back, and it's so much more fun.
So much,
then,
so much content.
Oh yeah, and then Rex ends up becoming like the best character there is on there.
Yeah, Rex is very popular for sure. Whenever he's in figure form.
Yeah. But yeah, those are pretty much what I've gotten lately. I've just been doing diorama stuff because I'm just like you, redoing all my displays, and you know, a lot of my stuff is in storage, but the stuff I do display, I rotate and try to make it so that you know, a team or something is highlighted, and you know, something like a storyline, like a comic storyline, and so I've been working on one for Fortnite.
It's all part of the hobby, isn't it? Like the collecting and the displaying. Like as I said, I enjoy just a chill day where I have nothing planned. I'll put on some podcasts or whatever, and I just rearrange, move, and I think it's all part of the hobby. I find it very therapeutic. It's like it's me time. Do you know what I mean? Just everyone else leave me alone. We're gonna put the kettle on. I'm displaying some figures. Like, and Cloud knows what I'm talking about. Cloud's finished his wall now, his office now. How many? Have you got your shelves? Literally, you've got a few gaps, but they go from one wall to the other, right?
Oh, sorry, him.
Yeah, no.
Sorry,
I can see. I've seen pictures of your room. I'm still jealous of your comic rack. But you keep posting pictures on Instagram, people. As I said, everyone's Instagrams is in the description of this video. So go and check out everyone's displays. Like Rush, look at Rush's display. Like Rush has a collection video online, which is it's inspirational. Inspirational, honestly, it's a beautiful display.
Yeah, I gotta make a new video sometime. So.
I know I made a video recently, but like that was, as I said, for me it was more of like a chapter for like, because I'm gonna start moving stuff around now, and it's been like this for the longest time, so I felt it would have been silly not to document it before I start moving it around. But yeah, as I said,
as of last week, I officially lived in my house for 1 year now, so I can do an update on it.
Yeah, of course, 100%. Yeah. I promise I'm not gonna wait another 2 years for sure. Okay, back to Hugo. So as I said, first time on Legends of Liquor, my friend. Anything you can show us anything you want, and we could just believe you that you brought it in the last 2 weeks, because we've not seen anything. So what have you got? What new toys you been buying?
I haven't actually been buying any toys at the moment. It's just mainly pre-ordering.
We've all been there. Me and Tanner have spent nearly, I don't want to say the number out loud, but hundreds of pounds on turtles that we're not going to see until 2023. It's a dangerous game. Yeah, Tanner knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, what's your most excited pre-order then? Out of everything you've got pre-ordered right now, not just Legends, but anything. What is your most anticipated pre-order, Hugo?
It's got to be the Disney Plus Wave 3, I think.
It's a great wave.
Yeah.
Told you, you're a man after my heart. You order full waves, and you also order the MCU waves. The MCU waves need some more love, because Rush is trying to get rid of us. No, Rush likes us really. Rush, but you prefer the full MCU waves, actually, don't you? To be honest.
Yeah, so I can skip them easily. So
that's what I meant. Yeah.
He's not the only one.
Yeah. No, he isn't.
I mean, the Avengers wave and X-Men waves. I'm in for every single character of those waves. So give me a full comic book wave, especially with characters that I don't have. I'm all in. Yep. MCU it's not my thing. It's like. MCU wasn't around back in the 4th grade when I started reading comics. That's
true.
My comic collection is at the bottom of all of my shelves. But it's like, that's what I grew up with, is the comic versions. And if I can get those, that's what I'm looking for. For people like kids and, adults that still think they're kids that grew up learning about the Marvel movies. Yeah, really. It's like, the MCU's what's there. Whatever gets people collecting, whatever keeps the thing alive.
Look, we
collect what you want.
Of course, we're in the 20th year of Marvel Legends. There are multiple generations that are collecting currently. All of them have different jumping on spots. Like, it's the MCU that reignited my love for Marvel. Like, I was a fan of Marvel as a kid. In my late teens, I sort of dipped out, but then the MCU sort of sparked that light again for me. So I've got a soft spot for the MCU, Rush. I can't help it. I love it. All right.
Now, that may be different when the X-Men come into the MCU.
Well,
that may change my mind as of right now.
As I said, this guy is on the shelf for a reason. Because we shall see.
Because you like old guys in wheelchairs?
Yeah, maybe. No, because basically none of my weird rule is that none of the X-Men figures were on the shelf. When I did my collection video, people asked me where were the Fox X-Men, but my shelves are MCU, and the Fox X-Men are not technically MCU, so they're not on the shelf. I had the figures, but they were in a tub. Because they're nice figures, they're just nowhere for my display. I only showed off my display. But now I've started to rearrange stuff. I'm starting to get more stuff out tubs, find places for it. So I think, again, if rumours are to be believed, that particular figure may be a little bit harder to find in the next few weeks. I'll tell you that much.
I'm surprised
It's
you're on
more than a rumor. You've heard his
Deadpool
voice.
flying around.
He denied it. You heard his voice, Tanner, but Patrick Stewart denied it. Said it wasn't him.
Funko spoiled it with the pops, like always.
Oh, Patrick Stewart said that it was him.
He's said multiple things. He's an old man. He's an old man. He's very forgetful.
Him and Ian McKellen are two awesome old
They're legends.
guys, so
Legends.
like...
That's what I was about to say. They're legends. Honestly, no disrespect from me. They are legends. All right, gentlemen. Right, I'm going to kick you off. It's been fun talking toys. Always hear your perspectives. But as always, as I said, this time we do this in 2 weeks' time. We would have all seen Doctor Strange, so that'll be fun to talk about as well. Are you going to be able to see Doctor Strange, Cloud? So I know you're a little bit. You're not the only one, but.
We'll see. Maybe. And because that's like opening weekend, and work is getting crazy for Mother's Day. So we'll see. Maybe the following week.
Yeah.
I mean, I got my ticket for the 10th anyway, so I won't have watched it by next Legends and Liquor, so...
I basically got my ticket for the Friday after work, because I haven't got the day off. So that means I'm going to be streaming on Thursday night, and Brandon's seeing it Thursday morning. So, like, I need to, like, avoid spoilers during a live stream. So, I may have to turn the... Like, Brandon's going to be in charge of comments on that day, because I can't look at the chat. But, yeah, next time round. But, gentlemen, as always, pleasure. Let the people know where they can find you online. Tanner?
SuperTech 5000 on Instagram. I need to do my post for today. I haven't decided what it's going to be yet. But, yeah, post daily. Please give me a follow.
Super Turk 5000, the co-host of Turtles and Tea. Go and watch the live streams on the channel right now. We did a couple this month talking about that damn turtle van that's got all our money. And we're not going to see it until next year. Ridiculous.
Nope.
Cloud, where can they find you?
Instagram at cloud_network and on Twitter at cloudfoxwell. And I just wanted to say I saw the congratulations in the chat. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
We love you, Cloud. We love you. Many congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm happy for you. Rush?
Instagram, rushfx.ml. Last night I just posted a new set of wish list waves that I make.
Nice.
So go and check that out.
And remind people what your YouTube is so they can see your collection video.
YouTube it.
Put the link in the comments after this. After you get off, find the link and put it in the comments, and I'll pin it to the top of the thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my it's just Rush Effects. Yeah, I'll let you know. But before you talk to the other two people, I'll figure that out.
Okay, post it in the chat and I'll pin it to the top. Mike, where can people find you?
You can find me at MikeHex24 on Instagram or on Twitter, MikeHex, or pretty much anywhere else like that.
Or Mike will find you. He's that type of guy.
Including Fortnite.
Yeah, he's trying to get me to play Fortnite, and I won't do it. I won't do it. I refuse. Hugo, thank you very much for joining us for the first time today. Talking about Marvel, it was a great time to jump on. We didn't scare you off too much, right? It wasn't a bad experience.
It's great.
Would you come back?
Yes.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, and thank you for being a channel member, my friend. Your support is much appreciated, and you are always welcome back. Of course you are. With these familiar faces that you've probably seen on the stream multiple times. It's again one beautiful community. But let people know where they can find you online. You've got a Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram at HugoBland12. So.
The links are again everyone's links, including Hugo's, are in the description below. And Hugo, as I said, it was Hugo's first day on Legends and Liquor. So show him some love. Go and show him a follow and show him what this community is all about. All right, go and give Hugo a follow and tell him Dan sent you. All right, but lads, we appreciate you. Rush, post that link and I'll put it to the top. All right, and I'll see you.
Already did.
Oh, good. Well, it's not popped up for me yet. I'll pin it when I see it. All right.
Okay.
I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Right, as those guys drop out, we're not going to mess around. We're going to get Group 2 in here straight away. So, of course, today we are just basically talking to everybody and seeing what they think about the new Marvel reveals. As I said, Marvel had a fan first Tuesday. On Tuesday, you've already heard what me, Brandon, and Rich think. So let's see what you guys think. And again, people are always pre-ordering different things. Everyone has different collecting habits. I always find it as a fun discussion to see what people are buying. Again, the Thor wave. Some people collect MCU, some people don't, etc., etc. So we're going to get Group 2 in here to talk about the Marvel stuff and what they think. And then, of course, we're going to finish the stream by racing some ducks. So if you want to be part of the duck race, you need to stick around, all right, and stay in the chat. Okay, so I still see you in the chat. So Group 2 is Tom, Mini Plastic Multiverse, Jamie, The Streak Continues into Year 2, George, Matt, and Nick, Thirsty for Chicken. Alexi is still hungover, probably fell back asleep on his sofa. But your boy's got toys. Get well soon. But it's self-inflicted, so it's your own fault. Yeah, we do have room in Group 2. So again, if you are a channel member at the Members Club tier and you want to jump in Group 2 last minute and talk some toys with us, then let me know. Just let me know. Hit me up with a fresh DM and I'll send you the link like I'm going to do with these guys now. So Group 2, send me a fresh DM and the link is coming your way and we can do this all over again. Talk some toys again. I think I'll start off this time with new toys. I always forget to do that at the start because I get so excited to jump into the actual Marvel news. So we'll start with new toys and then we'll get into the Marvel news. Okay. So Matt says bonjour. Bonjour. George has sent me the fresh DM. Lizzie Hartz has sent me a DM. She says, can you ask if there's any chance WandaVision characters in the new Disney Plus, cough, Agatha cough. Sorry, I don't know, that came over me. Of course, that is very... Agatha's a character I want, Lizzie Hartz. We need to find that out. She's getting her own show. Okay, Thirsty for Chicken. Where's Nick at? Nick's in the chat. I need that fresh DM, Nick. I need that fresh DM because it saves me from searching while I'm live. That's what I'm trying to avoid. The awkward YouTube, the awkward Instagram search while I'm live. Nick, I need that fresh DM. Okay. I've started to send the link out, lads. So if you're in Group 2, let's bring you in here and talk some toys. I appreciate everyone sticking with me. As I said, over nearly 100 people here on a Sunday. It's pretty good. Pretty good. It's Sunday. It's very early in the US. Wherever you are in the world, maybe it's very late, maybe the other side of the planet and it's very late. Shout out Loki, who I know always catches on the replay crew. And again, thank you to everyone who was in Group 1, including Hugo. Hugo's first time on Legends and Liquor. Hopefully we didn't scare him off. But again, always welcoming new people. Again, if you're a channel member, that's your key on. The people who support me, I support you by getting you on the channel you're supporting. So easy, so easy. Okay, we've got a few people getting in here. Let's start bringing them in. Alright, 1 second, gentlemen. 1 second, pressing buttons. One day I'll have a producer. Teddy, do you know how to work Streamlabs? No? Fair enough. Pressing buttons. Okay, we've got 4 in here, and we need Nick to send me a fresh DM. Let me check my DMs again. There it is, fresh DM. Fresh DM, there it is. Right, I've sent the link. Right, while Nick's coming in. Who's that imposter? That's not Jamie. Who's this? Jamie's fug older brother? Get out of here. What have you done with Jamie?
I had a Britney Spears moment. I was stressed out and got rid of the hair.
It's that new packaging, the price hikes. It's made you crazy.
Yeah.
Made him crazy. Okay, Jamie, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm tempted. I've never went buzzcut, you know, because my dad and brother both have skinheads and I don't like them very much, to be honest. So like I always worried that if I had a skinhead, people would say I look like my dad and brother. But you pull it off quite well. I like it.
Well, my dad and brother are also a skinhead, so
yeah. Well, you obviously like your family, unlike me, so that's fair.
Well.
Yeah, I guess so. George, do you like your family? We're turning forget the legends. Let's just talk it out. Let's just have a therapy session. How
Well,
you doing? How you doing?
Right. If we're speaking about family member haircuts, my brother has a mullet.
Oh dear. Let's not get him on this. Let's not follow that as a hairstyle. Yeah. Tom would love a mullet. I've seen the look in Tom's eyes then. Tom's jealous of the mullet look.
There are very few men in my family with any hair. So
unless
if they're under the age of 18, that's about it.
Yeah. Your sons know what's coming for them.
Well, luckily my wife's family, they all have hair, so it could go either way.
Oh, it's a gamble. They're going to find out. No one knows. Matt, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. Yeah,
Matt,
had a really great week.
You're proud of me?
I'm so proud of you, Dan.
They're
honestly,
on the display. They're on the display as
they're
well.
like front and center.
Yeah.
I couldn't be happier.
They're so colourful.
I've enabled so many people. It has felt so good. Like, I know Austin's got on those Sonic figures as well.
They're very good for the price as well. Like, really.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've not even seen the film, but like, it's
Good on you, Jamie.
It's so Sonic. It's crazy. It's crazy. Right. Let's see if it was to Nick. Where's Nick? I've sent him the fresh DM. Is he having issues again? Is he a flower in the meadow? What's going on with Nick? All right. Let's just start talking toys, and I'll let Nick in here when he gets here. All right. Let's just start off. George, you're there. Let's start off. Right. By the way, I know this is a weird question, right? But talking about family, right? You're a young lad. You recently moved home, didn't you? I swear, not long ago, you moved house or something.
Mm-hmm.
What do your family think of your collecting habits? Do you think you're a weirdo and you need to grow up?
Not really.
Oh, good.
Because a lot of it's like is with my own money that I've used from work and stuff. So
yeah,
that's kind of. So it's not like I'm leeching off them really.
No, fair play. I'm just always curious, like, 'cause no one in my family gets it at all. They're just clueless. They just think I'm a weirdo.
Yeah, they don't really get it, but they don't really judge it either.
Yeah. Amanda's got over it. At first, she thought I was a weirdo, but as I said, she's known me for so long now. She's stuck with me now, to be honest. I told her that the other day as well. I went, tough. You're stuck with me now. Ha! But no, good. What new toys you been buying, George?
So off Austin, here of Collectors, I bought
I've heard of him.
The Cyclops from the Love Triangle 3-pack.
Nice.
And like the Quantum Suit from Endgame.
Oh, nice.
Because he was on his Instagram, he was selling some stuff. So I thought I needed those two things to catch up.
The Jim Lee with the jacket is very nice.
Yeah, I was hoping that they wouldn't reveal
Jim
on
Lee, the Scott Summers, the Jim Lee version of Cyclops. You know what I meant.
I was hoping on the live stream they wouldn't reveal a VHS Cyclops, because then it would have just been like really horrible timing.
He's coming. No, VHS Cyclops is inevitable. He's coming, but he probably won't come with a jacket, I don't think. I think you'll be right. We need a Cyclops that isn't on the Bucky cap, but that suited body, the jacketed on that is fine. It's very much got animated vibes to it for sure. Anything else? Did you get all the other heads, by the way, with the Quantum thing, or just the Ant-Man?
No, it was just the body.
Yeah, you can pop you can pop any heads.
Ant-Man head, yeah. The Ant-Man head was from the Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ah, okay, nice.
Ant-Man.
So you can,
and then not.
So you can display the Paul Rudd head on the Ant-Man, and then that Ant-Man head on that.
Yeah. That's kind of what.
Yeah, perfect.
And then these aren't figures, but I've got a Blue Beetle, the Rebirth run, because he's got the new film coming out, so I thought I'd start getting into that, and then also the first volume of Ultimate Spider-Man. So I'm going to start reading that as well. So that's all I've got.
No, good. Getting ahead of the game. I've got a little pile of reader material that I need to catch up on too. Good. Tom, what about you, my friend? I can see a big Turtles related thing in the background.
Yeah, I've got thanks to Mike, I've got the Channel 6 set. But I'm almost scared to open it because there's so much stuff to get out of the box.
Have you had a peek at it though? Do you like what you see?
Yeah, I've had it. It's great.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if I get it all out, then I have to find somewhere to put it. So I'm like, I need to move
the backdrop comes out, and you can use it as like a cardboard diorama with all the cameras and stuff.
Yeah, I saw. It looks amazing. I'm also still missing my turtles.
Ah.
So I've got everything except for the blooming turtles.
So the one thing you actually did buy direct from Haulathon, you still don't have.
Yeah, I got that direct from Haulathon, and I got the Leatherhead and / 2-pack.
But that's arrived.
No.
So nothing from Haulathon.
Like 2 weeks ago, both of them got out separately. They actually got sent. I got the tracking numbers. Then about 2 hours later, the tracking numbers changed. The first tracking number, it registered and said like it's been scanned. The second tracking number has never shown a thing. And I've messaged them a week ago and I still haven't got a reply.
Yeah, this is why I didn't trust Haulathon, Tom. I said to you, I'm out. And that's why, because they're not reliable. I obviously hope you get your figures. I assume you will. It's just a bit annoying, the lack of communication. Hugo of the Super Chat
donated £5. A question for you, Dan, to ask the Marvel team maybe is, will they continue the MODOK size packaging so we could maybe see a devil dinosaur?
Good question, Hugo. Thank you very much for the super chat, and thank you for joining us today. Question for the Marvel team. He says, will they continue with the MODOK size packaging so we can see a devil dinosaur? Yeah, there's a rumour there. The rumours on the groups are saying that we may get a Mojo. What? You're not a fan of Mojo, Ted? What's wrong with Mojo? He's from Mojo World. No? Teddy's not a fan. He's not a Mojo fan. Teddy, do you not want Mojo? Go away. Go bark somewhere else. Sorry, this is what happens when I have to stream when Amanda's not around. This is why she never wants kids either. All right, I'm closing the door. Sorry. Carry on, Tom, and thank you, Hugo, for the super chat.
Yes, I'm still waiting on those all of some things. I've almost given up hope.
No, don't. We have to hold hope. We have to stay hopeful.
The worst thing is that the tracking for the second tracking numbers that are supposed to be tracking them is with an Australian shipping company.
That is okay. Maybe.
Yes.
No, honestly,
it's somewhere in Australia.
Yeah, no. This is what I mean. Like the Hall-a-thon stuff, I just got bad vibes from the get-go. That's why obviously you were lucky that might help you out, but yeah. Because I could have.
You know who's running the shipping for the Hall-a-thon to international places, though, don't you?
It's Necker.
No, Loot Crate.
Oh, these are gone, mate. Goodbye. Get your refund now. I'm joking, mate. Yeah, no, Luke. What has happened to Loot Crate? Like we were meant to have all our figures by now. As long. One of my most anticipated cartoon turtles is that Dark Turtle Donatello. Like, and here's the 4th Loot Crate. Like. We're not seeing that guy, are we? Like, come on, it's depressing. Tanner's not even got his first.
Have you got
one. But Tanner's not even got his first one. That's what I mean. It makes no sense. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. But yeah, we'll get into pre-orders and stuff shortly because I'm sure you've been pre-ordering stuff as well. But Jamie, what have you been buying recently since we last spoke? Apart from a haircut.
Matt's taken over the world with Sonic.
Oh, there you go.
I've got Tails and Knuckles. They should be here tomorrow.
You had to get them as a threesome. They just make sense. Makes sense.
My Omega and Echo came from the Bad Batch.
Nice.
I also dipped my toe into the Amber collection.
Mate, and let me, as I said, currently these guys are chilling with the Amber collection. Like, look how happy that Raptor is to be with Alan Grant. It's like he's met a celebrity. Do you know, like, honestly, get the Amber. They're all there. They're all hidden around. Mate, I love the Amber collection. R.I.P. the Amber collection. I'm still well annoyed that we're never going to get Timmy and Lex. But who did you go for?
Well, I started off with Ellie because she was really cheap on eBay.
Yeah.
So
Ellie, you want Ellie Grant, Alan Grant, Hammond if you can. I know he's quite cheap in America at the minute. And also get Jeff Goldblum as well.
Yeah.
The others probably don't need so much, but I tried to look because that line's now dead and they've officially said it's dead. I tried to backtrack to get another Raptor, and they've shot up on the aftermarket, like the dinosaurs of the Amber collection. So
yeah, that's
so that's what I'm saying. So if you want some figures from that line, get them now before they get harder to find. But yeah, is that all? Anything else?
I picked up a Doctor Who Martha figure as well.
Are they still B&M exclusives in the UK?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see them all the time at B&M, but I don't watch the show, so I don't know anything is. Even though people think I'm named Dan Who because of my love for Doctor Who. Yet again, can I confirm it's not the reason.
They've got new sets coming in July, so.
Nice. Matt, what about you, my friend? What you been buying?
Not a lot. I mean, only Austin knows this, but I've basically set myself a challenge to not buy anything this month, which I've failed at.
Hang on,
which,
pre-orders
which
allowed?
We'll get to. No.
Okay. You're not allowed to pre-order anything either?
No, I've had set exceptions because with the Sonic figures, they don't go up for pre-order because they are genuinely considered kids toys, so they just appear.
Okay.
So I've like set those as like I can get those when they come out, which we'll get to in a minute. I've got to stay on brand somehow.
Okay.
But as far as pre-orders that have coincidentally turned up this month, I've got my selection from the newest Black Series. Hi, Nick.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so I've got Ahsoka, and then I've finished off the Bad Batch. I've not opened them yet. I've got a literal Jenga tower of Black Series boxes stood here, so I'm gonna get through those at some point. But I went up to my local Smiths yesterday. I went for a specific reason, which we'll get to, but I'll show the less interesting thing first, because I went for a specific reason, and I impulse bought a Transformer. It's the Decepticon Sweep. It's basically a recolor of a character called Scourge. In my head, this is just going to be Scourge.
Okay.
It just adds to that little G1 collection I've got going on. But the reason I went was, can you guess?
I'll
give you one guess as to what brand we're talking about.
No. I know
here.
exactly what you brought as well. You've brought the bridge scene from the movie.
No.
Ah, damn.
You were close. I was tempted.
Okay.
I was so because it's there. It was on the shelf, and I was like,
okay, yeah,
I could.
So I remember you saying it was actually in stock. Yeah, so
I was contemplating it, but the main reason I went was they had the new little 2.5-inch figures of the classic characters.
Okay, yeah.
So I got the classic Supersonic.
Oh, there you go, nice.
And then the classic Amy Rose, who looks how she does in the original Sonic CD.
Oh, they look sweet.
So it's just a
awesome.
nice little.
They look adorable.
Couple to add to the.
Sonic's a fun line to collect
collection.
because it's like quite inexpensive in regards to like the prices of Legends and stuff like that.
12 quid.
Yeah,
for the two of them.
And you can buy like the little monsters as well, like the little robot monsters, and you can buy multiple of them and army build them on your display. Like the Sonic line is, I can understand why people love the Sonic, and the Mario is the equivalent of the Sonic stuff. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it Jack Specific who do the Mario stuff as well?
Yes.
Yeah. It makes
so they do like a 4-inch and a 2.5-inch in both things, but the Sonic ones work better because even though they do the modern figures in like miniature versions as well, it's just the classic 2.5 scale with the modern 4-inch, so it just looks very nice.
Yeah,
and I'm
good.
just they're all
I can get it. I get the
bright colors. I've sort of gone on this trend recently with just having bright colors on a shelf. Looks really nice.
I say it. People call me out all the time for saying stuff like this in my review, but I say it all the time. I like it when something pops on the shelf. And they pop on a shelf. If you walk into a room and look at a shelf, your eyes are drawn to a more colourful selection. So I get it. Right, let's go to Nick. Nick, my friend, we thought you were lost in a meadow. We thought you'd blown away.
Yeah, my laptop wouldn't turn on.
Okay, that's a problem.
It wasn't plugged in.
That's probably why.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was dead. Normally the plug's always plugged in, but it wasn't.
It's all good. You're here now.
Give me a second to send you something real quick. Because this has piqued my interest. I finally sort of got my wish. Sort of. Okay. It's a little odd and disappointing.
Odd and disappointing. But
it's
also
still like it.
Complete the wish. Interesting.
Yes, I still like it. Okay. As long as this picture will load. There we go. All right. So as you know, I've talked for a while about how it's the Bionicle 20th anniversary, and I've desperately been wanting some sort of Bionicle set, and Lego took a vote last year between all their brands, and Bionicle won the vote. However,
didn't Pirates win though?
No,
okay.
They forgot to include their castle system.
Okay.
So they took a revote with the top 3 and then added castle onto it. And castle won the vote. Yeah, sadly. I feel like they just didn't want to do Bionicle. Yeah. However,
they manipulated the system.
Yes, they did. They announced this very odd little set that's one of those little like classic building sets for the 90th anniversary that has themes from a bunch of different Lego properties, and they have this little tiny Bionicle minifigure that does not really do the character justice, and I was very upset at first. However, as a longtime fan, eventually I just became super elated to have this.
You're so desperate for anything Bionicle. Yes. You're like, this will do. It's
Yes.
branded Bionicle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And and I'm hopeful that they actually put out like more sets in this goofy, like cartoonish style. And you could see the difference between how the original looked and, you know.
You want to speak to Austin, Hero of Collection? Like, he's got an epic Lego collection. Bet you he could probably build you different versions of Bionicle based off something like this.
Yeah, I can imagine so. You know what? I'm almost certain you can probably make more of the other ones out of this set because there's a multitude of different colored pieces. So maybe without really advertising it, you could still make the other ones.
I'm trying to zoom in to see what else is here. So it's just got like an example of all their brands essentially.
Yes,
Yeah.
just like in super tiny minifigure form.
I can see it's like a timeline. Okay, yeah. I can see what's going on here.
It's pretty cool. It was a little bittersweet at first, but to at least have them respect it in a sense.
Yeah, they acknowledge it. They didn't skip it because there's more than one brand that come out. I remember going all in when I was on a Lego hype with a brand called something Agents. It was like their version of like Secret Agents, and
I know what you're talking
about. All their
about,
vehicles changed to other things. Like I brought all of that at the time, but
that's pretty cool.
That never survived. That lasted maybe a year or two, and then it dead.
There's some lines like that I was into. There was one called Life on Mars where they had like these little tubes with air pumps that you could push the minifigures around the different parts of like a base. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Speaking of Hero of Collectors, he sold me this Iron Man from Endgame.
Is Austin on a purge? Is that why we haven't seen him for a while? Is he just giving up collecting,
Maybe
selling everything off?
I don't know.
Austin, what's going on?
But yeah, this was the only Avenger from the movie I did not have.
Mark
I
85.
don't know.
It's a beautiful figure.
I don't know why. Yeah, it's probably my favorite design currently. I used to just love the Mark III, but I don't know. This one's grown on me a lot. So that's pretty cool.
Shout out Austin, hooking everyone up.
What else did I get? But yeah, the Bionicle thing was a big deal for me. I had to mention.
No,
that.
of course.
And then this is a holy grail for me. This is the Kenner-inspired NECA Stalker Predator, the glow-in-the-dark one.
Nice.
And a friend of mine on Twitter, actually, he went through a lot of trouble to get this. He looked through his house, couldn't find it. He drove the whole way, like an hour away, to his storage unit to just find this for me and sell it to me. What a nice guy.
Well, at least it's now not in a storage unit, and you've got it there in display in your room. So worth the journey, I think.
And then last thing I picked up, well, I did get some of the more Holothon sets. I got the Robot Bebop and Rocksteady. They're in the turtle room right now.
So you ordered off Holothon, and you got off Holothon. You ordered off Target, I guess, didn't you?
No, I went to the store.
Oh, okay. That was probably yeah.
Still waiting on
Tom
Toko
doesn't
and
have that
Razor.
luxury. Why didn't you buy a plane ticket, Tom? Why don't you just get on a plane and go to America? You probably have them. You probably would have them. It's probably quicker.
That's probably true.
Forget
probably cheaper as well.
Yeah, like crazy. Okay, gentlemen. Anything else?
Lastly, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I used to collect these religiously for a long time, and I'll keep it short. Someone stole a lot of my cards. I might have mentioned that before. And I quit collecting for years. But then recently, after like 6 years of probably not collecting, I bought a couple of packs, and I pulled a 25th anniversary card, and it's worth a couple $100. At least it was when I pulled it. So it's Dark Magician 25th anniversary edition.
Cards are getting very popular again. Not like Pokemon. I'm assuming I know wrestling cards are going up as well. Sports cards in general. So I'm assuming
it's crazy.
Even cards like that have their market, have their little subcategory market. So
they do.
Yeah.
There was a Yu-Gi-Oh pack before this. There was a card that was worth like $800 to $1,000, brand new right out of the pack.
I know.
I don't know how, but
during WrestleMania, Logan Paul came out to the ring with like an illustrator Pokemon card like dangling around his neck in like gold and diamonds.
Oh wow!
No,
that's
it
crazy.
was an illustrator. It wasn't Charizard. It was like a trainer illustrator card. It was one of the rarest Pokemon cards ever.
That's so cool.
Yeah, worth £3 million he brought it for anyway.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's crazy money. Anyway, so all I'm saying is that cards is definitely in at the minute. So yeah,
for sure.
All right, gentlemen, let's get into some Marvel talk. Okay, so as you know, lots of Marvel reveals. So I think we sort of briefly talked about Thor, but now I can officially talk about it. I'm still curious. So again, let's go around the board. Are you into any of this? In the UK, these are going to be available from Tuesday. So we'll probably have these next week if you want them. In the US, they're obviously already hitting stores and pre-orders go up next week as well. So yes, I'm curious. Are you guys getting any of these, Tom?
Oh, I might wait till I see the film. I'll definitely get Groot, but the rest will probably wait till I've seen the film.
Like for your MCU shelf, you've gone more for like end game type vibe, right? If I remember correctly,
I've kind of gone one of every, like, I've whittled it down a bit because I did have more, but I've kind of gone for one of every character, the most iconic version to me of every character.
So okay.
But until I see the film, I don't really know.
So I was saying on Tuesday that like Thor has the most amount of he has the most amount of alternative outfits in Legends form at least. So what Thor do you currently have on your shelf?
Well, I've cheated with Thor because I've got two Thors. I've got Fat Thor in his kind of
the armor. Yeah. Oh,
I've got the armored version.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Version, so.
Yeah. Bro Thor, the Lebowski Thor, essentially what I call him.
Bro Thor. Yeah. Bro Thor.
Yeah. Bro Thor, and the Endgame Thor as well. You have to have those three. I'm assuming you've got the Mark 85 and Cat with Mjolnir as well. So.
Yeah, and that's what I need. I need kind of Groot for that kind of the end game Groot.
I think this Groot's better than the previous release Groot. It comes with
because he's got the armor extensions, hasn't it?
Just more fun. The face is a little bit better as well when you compare the two, and there are different. I think it was an MCU Collectors review, or I've seen a few reviews on these by now. But anyway, it's a little bit different, but I think it's a slight improvement as well. So yeah, have you got a Valkyrie?
I've got a Valkyrie.
Yeah, got a Valkyrie. You got Korg.
I've got Korg. Yeah.
Okay, so you basically do have everyone, apart from Jane Foster, but no one.
Jane Foster. I probably will get Jane Foster, but equally I can see her going to clearance. So.
Yeah, we shall see. Does she come with a Build-A-Figure piece? Actually, I think she does, doesn't she? Yes, she does. She comes with a leg. Okay. Oh, they all come with Build-A-Figure pieces, don't they? Apart from Gold Thor. Okay, cool. Curious. All right, nice. What about you, George? Thor wave.
Yeah, I really like this wave. So I'm definitely going to get Ravager 4, which is my favourite in the wave. Jane, Gore, and Groot. I'm definitely going to get those. And then the others, I'll probably get eventually, but I'm not as in much of a rush to get them as the other four.
Yeah, no, as I said, there's full MCU wave, which I know people are happy about, or some people are happy about. And we've now seen a trailer, so we've now seen some of these outfits in live action at least. Seen Star-Lord, we've seen Ravager 4, we've seen a sneak little peek of Jane right at the end, we've seen a glimpse of Korg. We never seen Valkyrie in the trailer. Well, we've seen her in a suit, we never seen her in that look in the trailer. And we never seen Gore either in the trailer. But everything's looking quite accurate to what they're meant to represent so far, is the point I'm getting to. So, yeah, as I said, pick and choose. Are you picking and choosing, Jamie, with any of these?
I'm definitely getting Jane. I think that's a definite. The others I will probably get here and there. Not going to rush out and get them, but
yeah, we shall see. As I said, they come out next week in the UK, so we have to see how plentiful they are. But I'm assuming all the regular spots are going to be able to get them. What about you, Matt? I know you're not allowed to get anything this month.
Yeah, I'm.
But you want these figures.
Well, okay. See, this is where the challenge all falls apart, because I'm just gonna get these. It payday this week, so it's fine. I'm all in for this wave.
Yeah.
Even the characters that are retreads, I had a figure purge, like, I don't even remember if it was 2020 or 2021, but I got rid of a lot. So the retread characters here actually put them back on my shelf.
So
after
like
I've already
Valkyrie and
yeah, so I got rid of
Groot.
Valkyrie, I got rid of Korg, I got rid of Groot, I got rid of all but the endgame armored Thor.
Yeah.
So I've been, for so long, I've been tempted to get the Grandmaster and Korg 2-pack to get Korg back on the shelf, but perfect timing. I don't have to do that anymore.
Nice. And there's a lot of Grandmasters on eBay because he came. There's been 2 opportunities to get him. One with Korg and one with the 2-pack with the collector. So you might be able to get yourself a Grandmaster backtracking cheap if you wanted. Because there's rumours he might be in this, like making a cameo in this.
Tempting. But yeah, just every figure's just a total slam dunk for me. Like even Star-Lord. I've got 2 Star-Lords already, but Guardians of the Galaxy was the film that got me locked into the MCU.
Yeah.
So I'll take all the Guardians I can get. Gore is the only one I'm not too like obsessed with, but
because we haven't seen him. Yeah,
exactly.
Him, yeah.
He's the main villain of the film, though. It's like Wenwu with the Shang-Chi wave. It's like I don't know anything about him, but I know they're a big part of the film. So once I've seen the film, I'll be like, wow.
Based off the figures, the Shang-Chi wave, we had Death Dealer, remember? And Death Dealer was a cool looking figure, and I was like excited to see him in the movie, and then he didn't do anything in the movie. I'm like, that was annoying. Do you know? So hopefully they hired Christian Bale to do a little bit more than whoever the Death Dealer was. Yeah, I agree, by the way, with Star-Lord. Like, Star-Lord was one of the first MCU figures I brought, like, in the Guardians of the Galaxy Build-A-Figure wave. Like, because that was when the MCU started to really, figure-wise, they started to really kick it up a gear. And yeah, I've kept my original Star-Lord. He's not on display because he's not worthy of being on display anymore, but for sentimental reasons, my first MCU pickup. So yeah, I've got a soft spot for Star-Lord as well, even though people ain't a big fan of the likeness on this look. But he does look different.
Me.
Yeah, he does look different in the film though as well. His hair's grew out a little bit, so I don't know. People are picky. Nick, what about you with this wave?
So while we're on the subject of Star-Lord, I do think it's interesting. To me, and I've noticed other people said it too, he looks a lot like Kurt Russell.
Wow, maybe
in this likeness specifically.
Maybe that's intentional because MCU-wise, they're related.
I think it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Because he's got like celestial blood or something. It says he's got a little bit of power that they may actually start.
He's got that look, the hair. You know, it's definitely there.
That's a subliminal thing that James Gunn will do on purpose. That will go over people's heads. But
makes sense to me.
Yeah, it looks good.
And then similarly, Thor is dressed kind of like Jack Burton from Big Trouble in Little China. So
this version.
Yeah, you got 2 Kurt Russell-esque figures in this,
of course,
this wave.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm all in for this wave. Not a single figure disappoints me. That Ravager Thor, I think, is one of the best looking Thor figures I've ever seen.
Look, Chris Hemsworth is just a good looking man. You could put him in plastic in any form and you're like, you know what? Doesn't look bad.
For sure. And I have every MCU Thor figure, and I'm not going to, skip out on these, obviously. And they look really good. I saw Valkyrie at Walmart, but I was hoping to get the whole wave at once. So I actually just left her there.
Did you pick up the box? Did you have a little look? Does she look good in
Yeah,
hand?
I did look. Yeah. She looked pretty good. I kind of wish I just bought it, but every time I pick up a Legends wave, it's usually like the whole wave or nothing. The only time I didn't do that was with the Spider-Man Retro wave because they just kept coming so sporadically.
Yep.
And, I have a question of curiosity about Groot here. Like, what exactly is the timeline here? Because he went from being like an infant to, a teenager across just, one appearance. And it's been,
the time jump was big though, wasn't it? So like, Guardians 1 and 2 happened like within really close proximity of each other, and then their next appearance was like multiple years later.
Yeah.
Even though you've seen adolescent Groot in the post credits of Guardians 2, that was meant to represent a time jump forward. So
yeah, that's true.
And then this is happening straight after Endgame, and we already know his adolescent Groot in that.
Yeah.
So I think the time jump has already happened, and we're just continuing.
It's probably not that long as I imagine it would be.
It's a few years, isn't it? It's got to be years.
Yeah. I feel like it'd have to be because Thor, he's back to his muscular self. He's no longer,
I think he's an Asgardian. His metabolism works different. He probably worked out for a day,
true.
and he's back like that. Who knows? But yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Time's passed.
But yeah, this whole wave, it's wonderful. Gonna get every one of them.
Yeah, good. All right, beautiful. That's the Thor wave. Right, so let's back to Spider-Man. Okay, so on Tuesday, fan first, you know the score. Lots of things went up for pre-orders, some reveals, some stuff we already knew about. Anyway, lots of figures. There was price hikes. There was packaging changes, as you know. So, of course, we'll save that until after we talk about the toys. Let's first just focus on the toys here. I'm curious what you guys are going to spend your money on. Now, obviously, I want everything, but I can't afford everything right now. So I've only pre-ordered the few things to make sure I don't miss out. So I'm curious what you guys have got your eyes on. Whether you've pre-ordered them now or not, or you're going to pre-order them or get on a date later down the line, it doesn't matter. I'm just curious what your favourite reveals were and what you're going to want to add to your collection. Tuesday, what was your favourite reveals and what you're spending your money on? You there, Tom?
I loved all of it.
Okay.
So I haven't pre-ordered all of it, but I do want most. I think the only things I won't get at all are the Doc Ock, the Silk, and the Future Foundation version, because I want the proper Future Foundation version.
Yeah, the white.
But all the others I'm in for at some point or another. I haven't pre-ordered them.
What did you think of Tuesday in general, though? Did they show more than you thought? Was there anything that they showed that you didn't expect to see?
Well, I wasn't expecting a Spider-Man stream, so I was kind of surprised by most of it, to be honest. I mean, I was surprised by Articulation, so I'm getting rid of my retro card
It's an upgrade.
version.
It's an upgrade, yeah.
And so I can sub it in for this one.
I think many people will do the same. That is definitely brought the price
It's an
down.
upgrade.
Would you be willing to sell it to me?
Double the price.
They're still going for a fair old whack, even loose on the eBay.
Yeah, of course, because it's still a great Spider-Man, and if you can get one mint, the retro by the time goes on. So I still think the retro one will hold its value. Maybe not loose, but on card it will at least. But it's definitely an upgrade. The best Spider-Man people can get their hands on.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that retro version? Your hand was up, Nick.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Am I coming through?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
No.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my internet is like dipping. I keep losing you guys.
So smart.
Okay, is it me?
Okay, well that's
everything
good.
Seems fine
yeah,
for
I was
me.
wondering.
So I've not seen.
If you're still, really thinking about selling it, if you'd be willing to sell it to me.
It's loose, Nick.
That's fine by me.
All right.
I kind of want one loose. It's totally up to you, though. I'm sure shipping from where you are isn't anything cheap.
You've always got to double the price.
Well, we can talk about it. Hit me up with a DM afterwards.
Yeah, DM.
No problem. I've been sour about that for a while.
All right, let's keep going around then, because as I said, there's a lot of legends here. What about you, George? When it comes to these legends, I know you're a bit more choosy. So
there's issues on YouTube, Dan.
There's issues on YouTube. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels really. I can barely hear people. It's quite glitchy.
Okay,
Yeah,
I thought it was just
cutting
me.
out for me.
Yeah, I thought it was me.
Nothing is going wrong on my end, lads. Absolutely, I can't see any issues for me. So,
what's the picture quality like for you, Dan?
On my end, honestly, you know what it's like with tech issues. If there was tech issues, I'd call it out. Nothing looks different for me at all. Streamlab looks fine. Zoom looks fine.
People are saying it's stopping and starting.
Oh no. I've just looked on the web. We're still live on the web. It's been a while since I've had tech issues, so this is fine. But no, everything. I don't even know what to press because there's nothing. Nothing's wrong, and I don't want.
It seems a little better now.
And
I know you were sort of cutting out a little bit a few minutes ago, Dan.
People say.
Yeah, when you were talking to me, I couldn't really make out what you were saying.
My internet's strong. Honestly, I apologise. If anyone's still watching live, by the way, the chat's there live. I do apologise. I have no idea what's going on. Nothing on my end.
I'm gonna say I think you're better now. It was just a few minutes ago. It was being a bit funny because there's like a little wireless icon next to your name that was going a bit yellow and red, but it looks like it's normal. people in the chat look.
As long as
seem to be saying
Streamlabs
it's
doesn't
okay.
crash on me. Like, Streamlabs is what I get scared of. So I can deal with crappy Wi-Fi, but yeah, Streamlabs.
It looks okay now on YouTube, so
It's because I'm distracted with this
Tiny on YouTube.
dog wandering around. Like I'm like not looking properly. It's my bad. I do apologise, people in the chat, but thank you for sticking with us. Can everyone hear me now?
yes.
Okay.
Oh, us, yeah.
It's the internet.
Maybe it is. Maybe it genuinely is. Like Amanda's annoying. She annoys me that she does this to me. I don't ask anything of her, apart from distract the dog when I live stream, and she's like, "No, I'm going out." Great, thanks for that. And I'm too nice to put him in a cage because that'd be harsh. That's cruel. Okay, let's keep
Looking
going.
at the screen now, it's not jumping. So.
Okay, good. Let's go around. Okay, so let's go back up to George then. George, as I said, I was saying that you're a little bit more picky when it comes to what you add to your shelf. So what here are you actually going to pull the trigger on?
Okay, so back when the Doc Ock and Silk 2-pack came up, I pre-ordered that because I don't have either of them.
Perfect.
And
yeah.
I've been really wanting a Doc Ock, so I'm glad to finally get that. And then I also pre-ordered the Iron Spider because I really like the look of that figure. And then during the first half of the stream, I decided to pull the trigger on the MJ and Spidey 2-pack.
Wise choice. This isn't gonna last long. Like there might be plentiful at first, but this is already sold out on Amazon and Hasbro Pulse in the US, I believe. Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think that's what's happened. This is going to be desirable. So like if you're on the fence on this one, I would recommend picking it up because even if you regret your purchase and you want to flip it, not for extra money, but just help out another collector, it's not going to be hard to get rid of. So definitely, good choice. Good choice for sure. Do you have the Retro Spider-Man, George?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And I was very glad. It was back when I was barely getting any comic figures, but I decided to get it because it was Spider-Man. So,
yeah, of course.
And I'm really glad I did.
Yeah, of course. So, like, again, and what's great is that people, if you are buying this pack, just like Tom, you can get rid of your retro one and just make a bit of your money back for the 2-pack, and it doesn't feel that bad.
Although I don't think I will, because I don't know if this will make sense, but because we haven't got any No Way Home figures, I'm kind of planning on doing like a No Way Home display, but with the comic versions of the characters.
Makes perfect sense. You want free Spider-Man. I get it.
So I was going to use the Iron Spider for Tom because it's got the red and gold.
Yeah.
And I was going to use the Spider-Man from that 2-pack as an Andrew, and then the retro as a Toby.
Nice. It makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Free Spider-Man on the shelf, free comic versions.
Full photography idea.
But it'll probably be a while before the Lizard gets in as well.
No, makes sense to me. As I said, Lizard's the one I want because of the retro card, and it's the one that's not on pre-order yet. But again, we know it's coming. We just got to be patient.
That's a Walmart exclusive, is it?
Yeah. So, but it's not gone up for pre-order, and they said in the US it's Walmart, Canada, Toys R Us, but they never mentioned international. So,
because the Walmart was the Vulture Builder figure re-release, was that a Walmart exclusive
or Target
or much later on?
Or Target, I think. Target.
Yeah, it just randomly showed up.
But
in
your
the
point,
UK
you're correct though. But the thing is, there's other examples where, like Doctor Strange, for example, was a Walmart exclusive in the US. Do you know the new comic Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
And then that popped up before the US as well. So there's examples of both ends of the spectrum. Annoyingly, that's why I was a bit curious where in the UK this is going to go. But if they never said it was exclusive, then I always assume it's just going to be available in all our normal places. So we shall see. The chat saying don't blame Teddy. No, it was definitely Teddy for the issues, the internet issues. But we're good. We're good now. Okay, you getting any more? Are you tempted to get any more, whether or not you've pre-ordered or not yet?
So the Venom and Null, I really want, but obviously I understand why it is expensive, but I just don't really know if I want to spend that much money.
Yeah, I get it.
And especially because the wings, I'm not too big on the wings. But
are you familiar with Null, the character, or is he quite new to you?
No, I really like the design, but yeah, he's quite new and stuff. But I need that Venom. So
a lot of people that are going to want that Venom.
I don't know if I'll get it or not.
This is the type of pack though, George, where I feel like if you brought the pack, kept Venom, there's going to be plenty of people out there that just want Null.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, so...
It's very tempting, yeah.
Like, it's another one where you can make your money back. California Red Devil with super chat real quick. Friday read that
California
out.
Red Devil donated $4.99. Target delayed the Spider-Man Noir pre-order for hours. It sold out while I was distracted by Jose and Juice. You'll be hearing from my lawyer, Dan. Grin.
Jose and Juice is the new Spanish version of Joe's and Juice, by the way. Hola to our Spanish friends. Target delayed the Spider-Man Noir pre-order for hours. It sold out while I was distracted by Jose and Juice. You'll be hearing from my lawyer, Dan. No, I'll help you out, California Red Devil. That's not an exclusive for us in the UK. So if you need me to help you get it, I will help you get it, my friend. That is how I will fix that problem. But don't watch our Spanish counterpart of Joe's and Juice. Watch the actual Joe's and Juice, not Jose and Juice, okay? Okay, cool. I'm assuming that was a typo, but if it was a funny one. But yes, back to George. Get the pack and split it with someone.
But I know if I do that, as soon as I get my hands on the no, I'm just not going to be able to sell
That's
it.
also another problem that us collectors have. Yes, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. The amount of times I've done that where I'm like, I'll buy it to review it and then I'll sell it. And then I buy it, review it, and I'm like, damn, I don't want to sell it now.
Yeah.
That's happened to me many a time. But yeah, great picks. What about, you said you were building that Spider-Man sort of section of your shelf. What about this 2-pack? This must be tempting for you.
Yeah, it is, but it's because with my MCU thing, everyone's in costumes and stuff, so I think it may just look a bit.
Oh,
odd
nice.
Just having
So
two.
you've got a nice little side rule of like no civilians, just the superheroes.
Well, it's not it's just I don't have any other civilians, so I think it would just look a bit odd, just them two on their own.
No, at least they're two as a pair together. You could stand them in front of the Spider-Man, or the Spider-Man could be higher on the shelf or something. Don't know, just trying to enable you a little bit there. Don't get no commission on these. Don't worry about it. Don't feel bad about it. All right, cool. What about you, Jamie? Spider-Man figures. What do you want?
Basically everything that Tom wants.
Yeah, he's a man of taste. He's a man of good taste.
Yeah. That Null Venom set is like everything that I wanted from the set. So.
Do you want Venom not because of the when everyone wants Venom because it obviously looks like a great figure, but are you in your mind going to display that with those massive wings?
Well, I like the comic that it came from,
okay.
So I might actually display one of the wings.
Okay, I feel like looking at that shelf behind you. I feel like you might just need to just go whack everything off that shelf and just make some room for that Venom because it's going to be massive.
All my Marvel stuff's that end.
Okay, start creating some room. Start moving stuff around.
That's all right. He can go on the ceiling with the rest of them.
Oh, nice. Okay, that works. He has wings. That works for sure. Okay, apart from that pack, what else did you really like?
I like the Spider-Man Noir. I thought that looked really good. I like the reuse to the T'Challa. I thought that was quite clever reuse.
Yeah, that was a good spot by Brandon. Brandon's a big fan of that What If T'Challa, so he noticed that while we were streaming. But he's not wrong. It seems to be the case. Do you have the other Into the Spider-Verse figures?
Yes.
No, yeah. Rush mentioned in the chat as well, just as he disappeared off the stream, that we never mentioned that the Into the Spider-Verse movie has actually been delayed until next year now because we were meant to get that first part of the 2 parts, isn't that first part this year? So we won't be getting it this year now, unfortunately. So is that going to affect the rumored Into the Spider-Verse wave we were meant to be getting this year? Maybe.
Well, at least we had Morbius this year.
Yeah, I went and seen Morbius yesterday. By the way, everybody,
great, wasn't it,
mate? Just quick side note on Morbius, all right? Because I just feel like I need to just mention it to get it off my chest. What are you doing, Sony? Like, I know you want that money, I know you want that Spider-Man money, but just stop it. Stop messing with the MCU. Poor Kevin Feige must have just been like head in hands, going, "What are you doing? Why are they like? If they wanted to make." If Sony, right, wanted to make a film about a zombie, or not zombie, a vampire, why don't you just make a film and call it Vampire Joe or something like that? And have Jared Leto play Vampire Joe, and you can have the same story, just not involve the Marvel brand names. It can be the same thing. The film, like, Amanda was trying to say to me that as a casual, that people ain't as geeky as me, these are her words, not mine, ain't going to care about that stuff. And we'll just see it and think it's fine, where I obviously care too much. But I just don't like the way that Sony are trying to interfere with the MCU, because what happens at the end of that film makes no sense.
I think they get most of their money by tricking people into thinking like Venom and Morbius are part of the MCU.
Everything in the trailer that you think is related to the MCU, not in the film. And then the things that are in the film that are trying to connect to the MCU just contradicts everything that the MCU's just set up. It makes no sense, people. Like, anyway, back to toys. You shouldn't have mentioned Morbius. Anyway, carry on, Jamie. Yeah, we were saying this is delayed, but you still want it, right?
Yeah.
Well, the figure's not delayed. The figure will come out, but the movie wave that we're hopefully people still want a Penny and a SP/DR speeder.
It was on the rumoured list, wasn't it?
It was, and even that Australian outlet posted the morning of the live stream a picture of the speeder's eyes, so everyone assumed we'd see that. And then Ryan Singh was like, "Well, you've got a basic version, so." But that's sold out everywhere as well, because I think everyone's using that as a placeholder in their display. But I'm sure we will get Penny and Speeder at some point, and maybe some of the villains. I know a lot of people wanted the villains from that film too, but
my little boy's got the basic version, and I don't think it came with Penny Parker.
It comes with a little unarticulated Penny Parker.
Oh, okay, maybe it does then.
That you can sort of the same way that this Spider Ham you can use as like a. He's basically an unarticulated, but it works in a display. That Penny, I think, is a little bit under scale, but could be fudged into a display.
Oh, same as the Sentinel then.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, is she unarticulated in the Sentinel?
She's unarticulated. In the
Sentinel. Bloody hell, poor Penny. No one wants to make an articulated Penny. I've seen some people do good customs though with the Cuckoos. Do you know, because the Cuckoos are wearing the school uniform anyway, and they just customise a new head, but they may be too tall. I don't know.
Yeah. I think they'd be too tall, because they'd be taller than mine, won't they?
Yeah, probably. I've seen good customs of Penny though somewhere or other. But anyway, Spider-Man Noir, like you said, good reuse. Looks great. New jacket as well. Hat doesn't come off for anyone asking. I know some people think it does, but it doesn't. That hat is glued to the head, and you get an interchangeable head without the hat. He also gets a gun. But it's Nicolas Cage in figure form. Well, animated figure form, all the same. I wanted to see that Nicolas Cage film, by the way, yesterday. And Amanda refused because she doesn't like Nicolas Cage. So that's why we went to see Morbius reluctantly. And I walked out thinking, I wish I'd seen that Nicolas Cage film. Anyway.
Do you want to hear a fun fact about Nicolas Cage?
Yes, I do.
So one of my best friend's uncle directed Con Air, which is a film that starred him.
Of course I know what Con Air is. It's a 90s classic. Action. And I'm an action buff from the 90s anyway. I love that stuff. That's pretty good. So your uncle directed Con Air?
No, one of my best friend's uncle. Not my uncle.
Okay.
Simon West, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He did the Tomb Raider films as well with Angelina Jolie.
That's pretty good.
Awesome.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know any famous people. That's my story. Depressing.
Look in the mirror. No.
No way. Right, let's keep going. Matt, Spider-Man.
Yeah, great character. Love his movies.
Yeah, that's it. Move on, Nick. Spider-Man. No, figures. What do you want? What are you buying?
Well, I'll preface this by saying, as far as I'm concerned, everything is perfect. Even if it's not something I want, I'm like super happy for everyone that did want it. It's like just everything that got revealed yesterday, I feel was about as great as everything could have been in terms of execution. Like,
yeah,
obviously some people will have nitpicks, and I don't know all
the internet
the details
for the negativity. But the internet, like people, I don't know what it is about people, but they want to be that. I don't know. It's just got a negative vibe. I don't like it.
So they have to complain about something.
Yeah. So they look instead of focusing on what's the good, they look for what's the bad, and it's just a horrible outlook of life if that's how you live your life. Let's just look at what's bad here. Like, there's nothing wrong with being aware of what's the bad, but you don't have to focus on it. But anyway, the internet does. So to your point, I agree, Matt, is all I'm saying, is that overall, I think it was a very good live stream. A decent amount of reveals. What they revealed was good. But people are focusing on the negative points a little bit too much, like the price, like the packaging. That stuff, that's nothing to do with the toys. Like, let's talk about the toys, which is what we're focusing on. So I agree, Matt, to my point.
Yeah, because as much as we all want to complain about the price increases, I think some people forget that because this is an anniversary, like summer program, they're marked up anyway. So it feels like they're more expensive compared to normal releases as standard to begin with, completely ignoring the actual increases that are going on.
Yeah,
these get marked up anyway. But
yeah, you're right. The summer releases always do. But back to my point at the start, people, right? Like, we're all grown men that buy toys, and we talk about it online, right? So we've got a little bit of self-esteem at first. But I would like a Ferrari or I'd like a mansion or whatever it is. Me talking about and moaning about it online YouTube video is not going to make these things get cheaper, right? It's just like put up or shut up. That's what I say, right? Either buy it and enjoy it or not buy it. But you don't have to not buy it and then moan about it because it's not going to change anything. It just makes you look like a grumpy old man. And the YouTube is full of them currently. But yeah, I'll get off my soapbox. What are you buying? What are some of your favourites, Matt?
Okay, so I've only pre-ordered one thing.
Okay.
Which I broke my rule.
If Austin asks, he's not watching this.
I've cleared this with Austin. He said it was fine.
All right,
it's all good. I'm in the clear.
So you're accounting or something? Is that what's going on?
No, it's just I just set myself the challenge, and he was like my sponsor.
Sponsor. You're phoning. You're about to pre-order something. You're phoning Austin. I'm about to do it, and he's like, calm down, move away from the mouse. You've got this.
Well, without getting too deep or into mental health or anything, I basically just wanted to prove to myself that collecting is a hobby, not an addiction.
Yeah.
Basically, because I feel like we all go through phases where we will buy new things just for the sake of having new things and not because we actually want the new things.
Don't know what you're talking about. I'm not addicted. Don't know what you're talking about. This is a completely healthier fiction.
Yeah, Dan, this is actually an intervention.
Help me! I can't afford bread. Help me! So I'm joking. I've got some bread.
I thought you said rent.
Yeah, that would be a problem. I'm getting carried out as I'm streaming.
Just like over the weeks, just figures start getting repossessed slowly.
We're here to repossess that Spider-Man. No, not the retro Spider-Man wall. Take me instead.
Oh my god. But yeah, so I pre-ordered the Spider-Man Noir purely because it's the Target exclusive. I know exclusives are usually fine in the UK, but I just wanted to cover it just in case.
Yeah, that's sensible.
Because there have been occasions where exclusives have been awkward in the UK.
And just in case your accountant is listening, your pre-order, it doesn't take the money straight away, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, no, I like paying for my pre-orders.
Okay, you're a sensible man.
Money's been and
Look,
gone.
I can't afford bread, ignore me.
But yeah, I'm super happy with Spider-Man Noir. I don't want to say I'm not happy with Spider-Ham. It would have been nice to have like some variation upon the original, but
Agreed.
I wasn't expecting him anyway, so it's a nice little pack-in. I don't know what else they could have given Spider-Man Noir. I was saying with Austin, it would have been nice if he got a Rubik's Cube, but I'm assuming there are just very complicated licensing things. Because
you might be able to find like do you know those mini brands? Those mini bands might do a Rubik's Cube.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to buy so many blind bags from Tesco now.
I think there may be. I don't know. You'd have to have a look.
But no, I've not pre-ordered anything else yet. Oh, except for the Silk and Ock 2-pack, but that went up. That went up ages ago. So that doesn't count. That if you're listening,
that was last month.
It doesn't count. It's not part of it. I definitely want the Renew Your Vows 2-pack because I don't have a definitive comic Spider-Man. The closest I've got is the Ultimate on the Teenage book. So fits that gap perfectly. It gives me a comic MJ without it just being a boring civilian. No disrespect to people who like civilian action figures. Other than that, most I was gonna say most things are a miss, but I want to get the Lizard. He's got quite bright colors. Again, going back to that, popping on the shelf.
Popping on the shelf, we love it.
I can blame all of you for me wanting to get Lizard because you all made me order the full retro wave when I was impatient because I ordered a selection of it and it hadn't arrived.
Oh yeah,
yet.
And we told you to get the whole thing. Yeah.
So I have Shocker and I like Shocker very much. And then Rhino happened and he was cheaper than he should have been, so I pre-ordered him and I'm slowly ending up with just a little collection of comic villains.
This is Amanda's face when I tell her how much I spend on toys.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it's a great. Rush, by the way, the only reason I show this because Rush says in the chat the unhealthy part of that collection will be when you get Lizard and try and fit him on your wall. I told ya, Webman, it's been nice knowing you. You're gone. You're out of here.
I thought you were going to block the door and get a ladder.
I've told you I just need to heighten the wall, don't I? But basically, even if I had room for another row, I'd still need 2 more retro cards. But the retro card may be dead, so I don't know. So yeah, told you, it's all good. We'll figure it out. Did you just show a picture of a mini Rubik's Cube there, Nick?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I noticed. I've seen.
It's not mini brands. It's called World's Smallest.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
It's functional.
Yeah. I knew I'd seen a mini Rubik's Cube. I don't know why I knew that.
I don't know if it
existed.
In the right scale. It might be. Some of the pictures make it look like it's okay.
If it's close enough.
Yeah, I don't think it will be perfect 1/12, but it might look good in his hand anyway.
Especially since it actually moves around. Like that's.
Can anyone in this stream
cool.
actually do a Rubik's Cube?
I
can take the stickers off and put them in order.
Sneaky, nice.
That counts.
Nice.
My
I
son
have a
can
really.
do it in 27 seconds.
You can do it in 27 seconds?
And my son can. I can't do it.
Wow.
Your son's
That's
a genius.
awesome. I have a friend.
Nurture
in
that
Poland.
kid. Here's the future. You can retire and buy all your toys from that kid. See, I knew there was a reason to have kids. I need to speak to Amanda again. Okay, let's go down to Nick. Nick, Spider-Man figures. Speak to us.
Yeah, I did want to just say I have a friend in Poland who professionally used to solve Rubik's Cubes, and he does them blindfolded. Which
How?
I don't know.
You've
It's
got to
really
remember
interesting.
8 sides and then insane. If you can do
And he
it.
does all like the different sizes, like the big ones with like more squares, like the littler
Genius.
ones.
Genius.
It's crazy.
Would be a neat part.
But yeah, it would be. Let's see. Okay, I'm thinking of where to begin. Okay, first off, you already know this because I told you I want everything that they announced really bad, and it's not just because I want it because it's new. Even Silk looks really good, even though we just got one. Toad, we got Toad. He looks absolutely amazing. I didn't get the previous Dr. Octopus, so this is a good chance for me to get that one. Oh man, look at that figure.
What's funny is they give us Skinny Toad, but then on the actual art, they give us Fat Toad on the artwork.
I thought the same thing. That's a little odd to me, but if you have the Toy Biz
that was
one,
that was the comic that came with the Toy Biz one, so I understand why it was the card.
Yeah.
But then they did the switcheroo on the figure, but still.
When they first announced it, I actually was like, "Oh no, the Toy Biz one, is better." I wasn't serious, but
no, the Toy Biz one had like 5 points of articulation.
Yeah, and that thing's like grotesque to an alarming degree. But, all right, let's get into Spider-Man.
Real quick. Tat just says ceiling retro Spider-Man collection. People have asked me. I know some people do display on their ceiling, but I just don't know if I'd like the aesthetic of that. I don't know. I don't often.
I used to do that.
I don't know.
When I was probably 10 years old, I had like every McFarlane Spawn figure in box, and I actually had them like pinned to the wall the whole way around the room and on the ceiling in my old house.
Yeah, I've seen people do it. Like Jamie's just showing off there, but yours ain't in mint in box, Jamie. Yours are like figures that fly, so it makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I mean. Mine would be a mint in box figure just stuck to the ceiling. Some people do it. I've seen people do it, but I just don't know if I particularly like that. That's all. But
yeah, it's a bit much.
Yeah. I'll be streaming one day and then just be took out by a retro Spider-Man, and then I'll be stuck on stream until my Streamlab crashes.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on, Nick.
But yes, Spider-Man. I am so happy we're finally getting Ned.
Yep.
Ever since we got MJ, I've been wanting a Ned figure so bad. I honestly never thought we would get one. I thought they'd overlook it forever. But to finally get one, and with that Spider-Man mask, is really cool. And you know what? Speaking of like mini brands, I want to try to get like a 3D printed, like miniature, like Lego style Death Star. Yeah, for sure.
Someone, I think I was listening to, I think I was watching Laserpants live. Laserpants do live on the Free POA podcast channel. And I think 2 Cents Toys mentioned that there's a Hot Wheels Death Star. Do you know, like Hot Wheels?
Okay.
So that might scale with these two. Do you know, like?
I think so.
Yeah. I think I heard it there. Laserpants can tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I think.
Hey, thanks Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah. Because again, that's that Hot Toys version may fit perfectly in scale just for Ned to hold. You don't want an actual 1/12 scale Lego Death Star. Imagine how small those pieces would be.
Yeah, it'd be ridiculously
breathe them
tiny.
in. Yeah, there'd be dust.
At least like maybe an aesthetic of a Lego build, I guess, could be interesting. Not an actual full build, but yeah. When they announced that backpack, I had high hopes it would be Ned. So I'm glad that it's actually true.
I'm gonna have a Google while we're talking. Keep talking.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Yeah. What to talk about next? That lizard is very impressive to me. I really like the original look of the face, from the comic. It also kind of matches the 60s cartoon lizard.
Yeah, that first appearance face that I said looks like a monkey.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that aesthetic in figure form. I would honestly say it looks to me like the most just walked off of a page or out of like a cartoon figure that I've seen Hasbro do, at least in terms of Marvel Legends. It maybe disregarding the What If series ones.
Hang on, I'm going back to the picture to show it off because
no problem.
I think a lot of people were moaning about Doc Ock not having the bendy wire tail. And then here we go, bendy wire tail.
You mean arms?
Oh yeah, the bendy wire arms. But yes, bendy wire tail on this guy. And also, just while I remember as well, Lizard comes with the flasks. So we now have an answer for all of the teases that we've been teased with so far. Lizard with the flask, Ned and Peter were the backpacks, and Moon Knight, Mr. Knight were the batons, the billy clubs. So
yeah,
now,
I'm finally happy to see that as well.
Yeah, so
at the interject, Laser Pants said it was the Micro Machines Death Star.
There you go. Thank you. No, I knew I heard it. I knew I heard it. That's why I was googling Hot Wheels and Matchbox and I couldn't find it.
Is that a new thing or like an old one? Because I have I have a play set that's the Death Star from Micro Machines, but that's a bit different.
There's got to be a small one. I don't know. I'm thinking of one in like a normal. Do you know how you can get like the Turtle Van or the DeLorean or whatever in those mini like things? I'm assuming you can get a Death Star one. Assuming.
What about on the bottom left there? That looks yeah. Well, it looks like those are small.
Yeah,
they're in the middle.
They look small. Yeah, Micro Machines. Yeah, that might work if you can find a Micro Machines Death Star.
I might have one in a box. I don't even know.
There's a box. There you go. There's a box of again, these might be hard to track down, but there's a whole box of vehicles that you could get Ned to hold or whatever.
That's awesome. Yeah, I have a whole box of Star Wars Micro Machines. I got it like a flea market a couple years ago.
Yeah, nice. But
all right. So after Lizard, let's move on to the Spider-Man figures of the
Spinnerettes.
Yeah.
No one's talked about first appearance, by the way. No one seems excited about first appearance. Go on, you talk about that first.
That's next.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'll talk about him first. I'll talk about him first. All right, in my opinion, and I'm a bit irritated by this, I think this is the best Spider-Man figure ever made.
Oh, wow, that's a statement.
Yeah.
That's a statement. Sharmus has reviewed it, so we've got some
at least based
evidence.
On the classic look.
Okay. That is a caveat. That's a big one, though, because there hasn't been too many made on the classic look, so there's not much competition.
At least. I think it's going to be my favorite, because I love that look. So from my personal perspective, I think this is the high mark of Spider-Man figures. It, has no pins, and we just, in my opinion, we exited the golden age of Transformers. This is the golden age of Marvel Legends. Goodbye pins. Way better articulation. And I do like it does not have that dumbbell joint with the big gap on the back of the head. It goes back to the look up and down. I don't know if you guys like those, but I do not like the dumbbell joints as much.
My figure's all facing forward, so it doesn't bother me too much, to be fair. But I know Brandon always talks about the neck articulation. There's something he doesn't like particularly.
It looks like there's like a giant gap between like the back of the head and like the bottom of the neck. It's really
I know what you're saying. Yeah, they do it so the character can look up, so like for flying poses or something, essentially.
Exactly, and a lot of reviewers have said it about the retro card Spider-Man. The previous one, that that figure was on par with Mafex, and it was like the best Spider-Man figure at that time to ever be released. And it's weird to me to not hear that kind of buzz yet. I know people don't have it. And I know Shartimus is the only person that has actually had it in hand. But I would just kind of expect to see that. And it seemed like people were a little underwhelmed or didn't get as excited as I am about it.
I don't like those wings on it. I think that's not the best way to do the wings under the arms.
Okay.
I'm sort of on the same page. I think they're a little bit fiddly. I know one of the old MCU Spider-Man figures had them on, and they'd like constantly fall off, and they wouldn't. And like, just I don't know. You can never get them to look right. I've got Jessica
I wouldn't
Drew.
have minded a wire.
Look, I think for this spin-off line, where they obviously they spend a little bit more money on it, maybe tried something with soft goods, because obviously with that lab coat tease that we can mention before we finish here, they're obviously not scared of soft goods, and it would only be a little bit. Like we get some, do you know that material they use on Storm? Do you know Storm's sort of outfit?
Yeah.
That type,
vinyl.
Yeah, that type of soft vinyl like would look a lot better, I think, than the
hard plastic.
Yeah, the hard plastic for that particular look as well.
Dan, I know you don't have it anymore, but the Mezco Black Bolt had the fabric wings.
Yeah, I had it in hand
which
and it
worked
looked good.
perfectly. They worked brilliantly.
Yeah, and that was only a really
This
thin
reminds
plastic.
me a bit of the Marvel Legends Black Bolt, which was really... I know you can remove the wings on this one, but it was just annoying when you were posing it to, like, the wings were always poking out the wrong angle or something because you've got no flexibility.
So Black Bolt obviously stands on my shelf like this, but then anyone who's standing behind him is getting stabbed because these are stuck to the back of his head.
That's crazy.
Armed. So he looks great pose like that, but then like try and pose him any other way. That is not how Black Bolt looked in the comics. Do you know, like he looks like some sort of bird man there. So yeah, I do think soft goods would have been a better option on this, because the old like Spider-Man classics from like 20 years ago had the soft goods under the arms, I think, for this look.
Yeah, it did. It had a little like loop.
Yeah.
That you looped over the arm and then one around the neck.
And like with technology now, they could definitely do something better. As I said, I still think like like what Tom said with the way Mezco did the Black Bolt, or even that vinyl from Storm. I don't know. I just think they could have been a little bit because it's a single packed one-off figure that represents the first appearance of Spider-Man ever. I just think maybe he's tried something a little bit different, but okay.
Yeah, and you know, Shartimus pointed out in his review, there is one inaccuracy. In the first appearance, the spider on his back is supposed to be a bluish color.
Oh, okay.
And they did not do that. They made it red, which is more based on the first issue of Spider-Man, not Amazing Fantasy 15.
Oh, there's no pictures of his back. So we'll take your word for it. But
yeah. And then the other Spider.
Yes, go on. No, carry on.
Oh, yeah. The 2-pack one, I'll say the same thing. As far as modern Spider-Man figures go, I definitely think this will be my preferred favorite and the best figure for Spider-Man, definitely from Marvel Legends. The face, the head sculpt to me, has that Mark Bagley kind of look, and that's my favorite comic book artist. It's got those, those big eyes with the thick,
the big black
outlines.
Yeah.
That Peter Parker head sculpt is pretty good, very spot on.
Same sculpt, it seems, than the previous ones, but now with the digital face print on it.
Yeah, and it's got the real nice muscle definition. The paint is good as always. Just honestly, the no pins brings it to like a whole new level. And, I'm not going to say anything negative. Marvel Legends, I think, is finally hitting that import quality phase. They're stepping up their game.
Certain figures have definitely been heading in that direction.
Yes,
100%.
And a lot of people have said they would be willing to pay more for that type of quality with more accessories, pinless joints, and these figures do that. So
look, we were all saying that we would love a Spider-Man like in the deluxe packaging that you got. What's his name? Do you know like Defender Strange that we got recently, or Ulick, who I've just got, or
Apocalypse,
or who's the single pack figure?
Venom.
No, I'm thinking of I can't. He's on the tip of my tongue. Tony Stark's mate, Iron War Machine, thank
War
you.
Machine.
I don't know why I couldn't find the word in my head. I could picture
that
it.
figure is so good.
Yes. So anyway, the War Machine single, like a sort of single 6-inch figure, but came packed with tons of accessories. Why not do something like that, but for Spider-Man, where it's a single figure, but then pack the box full of more accessories that you can't fit in a normal Build-A-Figure scale. So, yeah.
These kind of do that.
Yeah, these do.
I would say.
The one thing that I like about the packaging on these, and again, we'll talk about the packaging in a sec, is that the back actually has a picture of all the accessories. Obviously, because you can't see what's in the box. But sometimes you couldn't always see everything in the box depending on the graphics anyway. Like the cardboard that sometimes hidden a pair of hands or something like that. So I like that element of it. But let's use that as a stepping on point to mention the packaging. So again, let's just go around the table and see what you guys think. Do you care? Do you not care? Like, I'm just curious of your thoughts on the packaging, because it's a change, and again, change is worth conversation. So Tom, what are you saying with the packaging? I know you recycle and what anyway, so I'm assuming this don't bother you too much.
It doesn't bother me too. I think they'll actually be better for me, because if I do keep boxes, you can flatten these, so it takes up less space. The one thing I keep finding really annoying, Lang, is I keep seeing people go, "Oh, they've taken the plastic out of the packaging, but they're plastic figures." And it's like, it's not the same thing. It's like, as far as I don't throw my figures away, so I can't get what the point people are trying to make is.
The thing is, people are confusing what the product is. The product is the plastic action figure. That's what people are buying. People ain't buying the packaging. The packaging is meant to be disposable. So them changing the packaging to be non-plastic is trying to create better disposable waste. It's nothing to do with the figure. So yes, people saying that, Tom, are just uneducated fools. I agree. That's what you wanted to say. That's what you wanted to say. I'll say it for you.
And it would be nice. I think the pictures of the figures should be on the back of the box, and then we get some kind of nice illustration on the front.
I think that is the direction they should go as well. Completely agree. George, what about you? Do you collect many mint on card figures anyway? Is this something that bothers you?
No. So the only mint on card figures I have are the retro Symbiote Spidey, which that's just because I don't know if I should open it, and this Cobra Kai thing. Those are the only mint on card stuff I have. And I know also I get all my figures online, so literally this will not make a difference to me.
If that Cobra Kai figure didn't have a plastic window, you wouldn't even know if the figures are in there.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it's not like my figures can get swapped if I'm getting them online, so it doesn't really make a difference to me.
Yeah, and if they are swapped for some random reason, you could obviously customer service buying online is a lot easier. Anyway, Jamie, what about you?
To be honest, I open everything, so I couldn't care if they came in a plain black box.
Yeah.
I want the stuff in it, not the stuff that's surrounding it.
Yeah.
But you don't buy loads of bread and want the bag and not the bread.
That's true. But I can't afford bread, Jamie, so I'll smell the bag if I could. No, I'm joking. Matt, what about you?
Yeah, pretty much the same as everyone else. I order my figures online, so I can't do the check-in for paint apps, although that doesn't really bother me anyway. We don't really get swaps in the UK. The packaging looks fine to me, but I get the complaints. But like, how often has the packaging changed slightly over the years anyway? They'll come back to it. They'll improve. They'll change. They'll try different art styles and what have you, and it'll get better over time. I get the complaints from people who collect mint in box, like totally valid. Just be happy that Hasbro's decided to save you a buttload of money now.
And this isn't like this is like mint in box collectors. Like, I doubt there's many out there that just collect Hasbro products. This is just a Hasbro initiative. Like, other figures companies are still going to do what they want to do. So it's not like plastic windows are going from toys full stop. This is just what Hasbro are choosing to do moving forward. So it's not like the toy industry is changing right now. I'm sure this is the direction a lot of people will go anyway in the future, but at the minute, this is just Hasbro's initiative.
I'm just interested what they're going to do with all the retro carded stuff. Not just in Marvel, but in like vintage collection. And I mean, if you take something like the Marvel 3.75 PRA line, when you did your survey, I was the only person who took them out of the packet.
Yeah.
So everyone else is going to be keeping them in the packet, and you won't be able to see the figure. So
yeah,
that's going to kill them like that, because nobody will buy it.
What are you saying,
They may just
Jamie?
do those at a premium price, so you pay for the extra packaging.
I don't think it's a money
Later
issue.
on.
I don't think it's Hasbro are doing it to save money. I think it's a genuine, it's a company initiative to be better to the environment or something like that. So I don't think they're changing the packaging for them to save a few bucks, even though they probably will. And then they're maybe justifying the environment. I don't know. We don't know the logistics. None of us will. We can all second guess, and if we want, but none of us really know the logistics of what's going on in a Hasbro boardroom. But you're not.
And
Right.
it's just the collector's part of Hasbro is just a small part of their
Agreed.
business. This is across the whole of Hasbro, children's toys and everything, which is a much bigger part of where they make their money from. So
Yeah.
everything is going in cardboard.
Yep. And some of the toy lines already have. Some of the basic lines already have. Some of the Transformers already started going that way. Nerf guns don't have any plastic on. They're just in cardboard with a few zip ties, essentially. So a lot of stuff's already going in that direction. From the only person in this chat that's from America, who probably has the privilege of actually finding Legends in the wild, because we don't. How do you feel about this?
All right. Well, two things. One, I don't mind it whatsoever.
Oh, good to hear. Yeah, good to hear.
I think it looks really nice. I think it, in my opinion, almost adds sort of like a premium look to the line, at least in my opinion. I know a lot of people are going to be mad. The only things I collect mint in box, again, are convention exclusives, or I don't know, maybe the odd like super old figure that I found at like a convention or something. But with this, back to the artwork thing, I kind of would like it if they did like Star Wars Black Series and had the start of like a mural on the front, so you could just line them all up if you wanted to keep the boxes, like a big portrait of like all your Marvel characters together.
You need a long
kinda
shelf.
like that. Yeah, you would. I just think that would be cool since people do that with Star Wars. And aside from that, I'd be remiss if I did not mention. I have to mention Null and Venom, just because I have went on about them multiple streams about what are we going to get with that Null? Are we going to get that Carnage? Are we going to get that Venom? When's it going to happen? Will it be a wave? I am super impressed. I am floored with that.
Yeah, were you
Venom
surprised at a Venom
Yes.
with wings? No one guessed Venom with wings. I know Rush said earlier that he
Rush,
guessed
I think
Venom.
Rush.
Did he guess Venom with wings, though?
Yeah, he did say Venom.
Okay, fair enough. You know what? Rush probably did. What am I about? Rush,
So
of course
I
he did.
never thought we'd see Venom with wings. Personally, I thought we would see like all the other characters from that comic run, like, you know, Dark Carnage, maybe the other symbiote infected characters. So to get this, even though I really wanted it, and it's something I've talked about before, I was completely blown away, and it looks so good. Those teeth.
You're a
that
big
face
kaiju
sculpt.
fan and a big monsters guy, so like of course
Yes.
you like a big Venom with big massive
Yes,
wings.
and I collect this whole run. Similar to Mike, I am just a super diehard symbiote fan. I collect every symbiote appearance in comic form, and I loved this run so much. So to get this and that Null and, you know, a big size, I don't care about the price. They look amazing to me. Definitely going to be probably my favorite figures they announced.
Yeah, they're
Out of
definitely
everything.
contenders. Definitely contenders for the year. But more so Null, because Venom is a figure we've already had, and the base figures already had. But as a brand new figure, Null definitely looks very impressive. Two heads as well, and I do like that both heads are very
Oh, me
drastic,
too.
different, completely different expressions as well.
I wanted that more stoic look,
Yeah.
instead of like the monstrous look.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
I'm definitely happy we got both of those.
Yeah.
And I do think we might get that Carnage with wings and the skeleton look next. I feel like this is a step in that
Well,
direction.
those wings have been made now, so you know they're going to get some reuse out of them, because they're not the
Yeah,
Sauron
yeah.
rings; they're brand new wings. So, like, yeah, maybe, and they've made that Null, so maybe Null will get a single pack with the wings down the line, because Mike said that Null has the wings as well at some point, or
Yeah.
Rush did, yeah.
Yeah, they all get
big.
them at some point.
What was that, Tom?
Is Carnage as big as the Venom when he has the wings?
Carnage is like, I think bigger, if I'm not
wow,
mistaken.
Oh,
He's
right.
really tall, and he's like a skeleton. Like his whole midsection is like nothing. There's no meat to it. It's just like you could see his his spinal cord, like in the middle and like his ribs, and he has big horns on his head too, and these wings. He just looks crazy. Look up Dark Carnage if you're not familiar.
I think I've
with
seen some panels of the designs, and they all do look a bit heavy metal style.
I've shared it in here before. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, nice. And just for the record as well, like I'm doing my Marvel interview tomorrow with the Marvel team, and I do have a question regarding the packaging and more directed at the retro lines and stuff, because as I said, you can't really do those lines justice without plastic packaging, because they're in tribute to the lines of the past. So I'm curious, does that mean the death of those lines? So I am going to ask a similar question, plus many more. Go on.
Will you ask a question about the Builder figures, whether they will continue?
Yes, that's the sort of 'cause most of my questions I have, like, there are avenue to ask other things, so I get the conversation started, and then I can start asking mini questions within the bigger question itself. So leave it with me,
start
Jamie.
using recycled plastic.
Maybe that's an option. I guess so. Yeah, for sure. Okay, gentlemen. Last thing. Right, I just need one word answers before we're going to get into the duck race. Okay, one word answers. All right. They showed off. Dwight Stool was showing off his laundry at the end of the live stream. He was folding up some clothes, and his lab coat seems to have got shrunk in the wash. But the lab coat seems like it could work for Marvel Legends scale. So I want one character from yous, where or who's that lab coat. Okay? So Tom, throwing it to you. Who's the lab coat?
It's got to be Beast, surely. I think he looked too big to be Bruce Banner.
Okay, Beast. George?
I think it's probably Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
In Legends form, in the Legends line. Nice.
Yeah.
He does wear a lab coat, you're not wrong. And I don't even think the NECA one had soft goods lab coat. So they're getting a head start there. No, nice. Good pick. Jamie, what about you? Lab coat?
I think he'll probably be Beast.
Okay, Beast. Another vote for Beast. Matt?
I'm gonna guess that it's Big Wheel, but with like a little add-on for Beast. It's just gonna be Big Wheel, but it comes with the coat that you can give to Beast.
Like Bronx in the NECA line again, that comes with downed wings for a different character. You buy Big Wheel, he comes with a soft goods lab coat you can put on Beast down the line. I like it. Big Wheel, another big wanted character, and he's probably part of the builder figure wave for Hippo, to be honest. Nick, lab coat, where's it going?
Maybe Andrew Garfield, Peter Parker.
Wow, I know a lot of people would like that for sure. I guess he is, out of all of the Spider-Man live action characters, I guess he is the one that wore the lab coat the most in it.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so, okay. All right, let's do some duck racing to get out of here then, gentlemen. Let's remind people what's going on. We race some ducks. All right, here's the current leaderboard for the duck racing. Here we go. I'll put it on the screen. So if you want to race some ducks, I'm going to write in the chat note right now. Let's race some ducks. That's the advantage of being here live on a Sunday, is that you get to be a part of the nonsense that we call a duck race. If you want to be part of the duck race, just put a little duck emoji into the chat right now. Just once, though, please. Just once, so I can copy and paste your names and get this going. The current leaderboard for the duck race is as follows. That is your top 10. Damien and Chiki Monkey Kiara are basically going at it. Chiki Monkey Kiara, if she finishes first of the day, she will overtake Damien. She's the only one who possibly could. Tanner could finish first, and then he'd be close, but still not quite at Damien's level. So, yeah, that's the advantage of being here constantly. Is Damien's 35 points. He's the closest so far. First to 50 points, remember. The first person that gets 50 points. We're in year 2 of Legends and Liquor. I reckon it could happen this year. Couple more wins for Damien and he's there. Do you know what I mean? It could happen this year. So we shall see. That's what we're doing. And then there's the rest. There's everyone else, including me. I'm there somewhere as well. There's Noah, look. Noah's got 6 points. Noah's beating me, Tom. That's depressing. Noah only started racing like halfway through Legends and Liquor, and look at me already. I've placed once and that's it. Jamie, you're actually far up the leaderboard, aren't you? You're 4th. Yeah, that's not bad. But yeah, there's everyone else. Anyone out? Find your name. Find your own name there. Find your own name. And yes, you do have to be a subscriber to chat in the chat. So you got to subscribe if you want to be in the duck race. I'm sneaky like that, but I've got to do what I got to do. But there you go. There's the current duck race. Okay, a lot of ducks in the chat.
Hopefully I'll overtake you this time, Dan.
Maybe, mate. Honestly, my duck is a lazy bastard, so you probably will. Okay, so we got over 96 people here, so I don't think I've ever had 96 people in a duck race, but there's usually lurkers that are nowhere near their keyboard, so I'm safe. But I'm gonna end the chat in a second. I'll give you a couple more seconds, and then basically going to copy and paste everyone's name. I do have a list of regulars, so people watching on the replay that I know can't always be here live. I've thrown you in there anyway. Everyone who's been on the live show today is already going to be in there as it is, because I'm nice like that. I'll try and make it fun for the replay crew as well. Do you know, like, if you can't always be here live, I still put you in the race, so when you're watching the replay, you don't know who won. It's still exciting. It's all part of the fun. Racing ducks, talking about toys. What other live streams does that on YouTube? None, because no one else is an idiot. And I am. Okay. Let's do this. I'm copy and pasting names. Scroll. Alright, I'm writing.
Is there a maximum number of ducks you can put in?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Because I've never... There's not... The thing is, there's nearly 100 people here, but there's not 100 people that have written the comments. So it's their own fault for not writing in the comments. So I'm copy and pasting these names.
Pay for it and get more later on.
Yeah, because if you want to go and watch multiple races, go and watch Wolfpack Tour reviews. He isn't a stingy bastard like me, and he actually pays for the races, and he can race wolves and everything. Okay, I'm basically taking names now, by the way, so I'm just having some chatting to myself while I take some names. I will shout your names out as well. I'm going to try and make sure people ain't in here more than once, because people are sneaky like that.
Like a certain World Dweller.
Yeah, there's a few people that try and get in. Like, I've already had to delete Mike's name about 3 times. And Mike was a guest today, so he didn't even need to write anything, but it's all right. Hedgehog Action, you were in there twice as well. Yeah, that's right, I caught you. I'm sneaky. MCFC Stew's around. I always stutter at his name. I just call him Stew Collections from now on. Tanner, you're already in the race. You didn't need to be in there. Hedgehog Action, again, he's written his name about 8 times. He says new member, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll let you off. Mark Rose, you're in. Was Mark Rose there twice as well? See, people writing their name twice. People are just eager to get in this race. Tech Hex. Damien, Big Wheel. Damien's a Big Wheel fan, apparently. Dominique, you're in. Dominique Smith. Knight of Ren. I will read out these names. Just give me a second, people. I'm doing this live, so you're going to have to bear with me. It's not very exciting entertainment, but still. I've got to do what I've got to do. KSM Kyle, Lizzie Hart, McButter Golem. I try so hard to make sure people ain't in twice, but with so many comments I'm copy and pasting, someone's bound to get in twice. Okay.
Dan.
Yes, go on, George.
My dog's gone off again, so I just need to go get it again.
Go and find your dog. Come back when you need to come back, alright? No problem, mate. Go and find your dog. I know how he feels. I also have dog problems. Does he leave his door open? You need to start closing your door, George.
Yeah.
Okay. Nearly there, people. Nearly there. Just getting the names now. Okay, just making sure some of the regulars are in here. I'm talking about Hero Collections and Ren Walker. I know Cheeky Monkey Kiara's not around, but she's got to be in the race. Someone's got to try and go after Damien. So I know Jay's Tools Collection UK said he's watching the replay. Okay. Let's do this. I've got mini plastic multiverse already. Don't worry, Tom. Don't worry. He's there. He's there. Does he even care?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, good.
He'll come down in the morning and he'll be like, "Oh, we need to watch the duck race."
Yes,
like,
good.
We didn't do anything good last night. You don't need to know that.
That's all I wanted when I created this duck race. I just wanted someone to care. So I'm glad Noah does. Makes me feel like it's all worth it. Okay.
People that care now.
What's that?
You got like 50 odd people that care. They're like into it.
Yeah, good. That's all part of it. It's all part of it. It's just a bit of added fun to a random live stream. See, it's trying to give people a bit of engagement that are here live. That's all it is. And on the replay as well, of course. Okay, so everyone who was a guest, obviously, is already in. So, obviously, I don't need to read out your names. I've got a couple of extras in there that are the regulars. And then I'm just going to read out some names that are here live right now. Okay, so McButter Golem, Lizzie Harts, KSM Kyle, Bon Williams, Air Extreme, Daz Smoke, Knight of Ren, Dominique Smith, Tech Hex, Brian Merchant, Stu Collections, he's a Man City fan. Bring Toys to Work, obviously, he's always in. Richard Moore. Sulam Lives. I'm terrible at reading, but you're there. Profit's in. Mark Rose. Did I already read out his name? No, I didn't. All right, cool. Mark Hose. Hedgehog Action. Night of Rent. Oh, see, someone nearly got in twice. Kurt K. Dame Brian Merchant. See, he nearly got in twice as well. Caesar's Chill Cave. Mike Hex. Mike, you're already in. Get gone. Bloody hell. Greg Finster and Robot Johnny Jr. Okay, that's it. I'm taking all those names. They're going over to the duck page. Right, let me close all these tabs. We're so nearly at the end. I don't want anything to crash. Talked about a lot of toys. Okay. Names. Edit names. So today we have 48 people. So that means half the people watching don't want to be in a duck race. That's fine. Lurkers, you weirdos. What are you lurking for? Not got keyboards. Okay. 1 minute 30 seconds. Right, let's remind you what's going on. There are some rules. These are the rules. This is the World Duck Racing League. That's right, we're international. To be part of the race, all you have to do is be here live. First person to 50 points is crowned champion. Your points continue over. They roll to every single Legends and Liquor. I have a spreadsheet and everything. First place, 10 points. Second place, 6 points. Third place, 3 points. Fourth place, 2 points. Fifth place, 1 point. As I said, points carry over each week until the champion is crowned. Current leaderboard, as you know, is I've already showed you. This is the top 10. Just one more reminder. That's your top 10. Okay? That is it. That's your top 10. That's what you're looking at. Jamie, you could win today and jump right up to second. Interesting. Hopefully. All right, let's do this. I will go full screen. I'm just going to press shuffle a couple times, as always. 1, 2. Let's go full screen. Oops, where's it gone? There it is. Let me drag that down just a minute. Sorry, I'm making sure you can see the race properly. Oops, super chat shots are still there. No super chat shots today. Let me get rid of that. Bloody hell. Not shotting anything today. I've got to work tomorrow. Okay, right. Everyone see that full screen? Yeah, we good?
Yep.
Let's do this then. Where's my little megaphone? It's probably broke. Testing. All right, we're good. Let's race some ducks, people. Okay, good luck to everyone. Again, this is just a bit of fun. Thank you to all 88 people that are here joining me live. If you've got a duck in the race, I wish you luck. Wish luck to everyone who is live right now. Let's race some ducks. In 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go. And we're off. So far, we got Rush. Rush has took an early lead as the Pirate Duck. And then underneath him, we've got some sort of rooster duck. That's Sulam Lives. Jay, I can see you down there. Or Matt. Kahubri Jay. I've seen Jay and shout at Jay. But it's Matt with the pink duck. Mini Plastic Multiverse or Noah. One of the two of you is some sort of dinosaur duck down there at the bottom as well. You're in the crowd. George W, you are some sort of mermaid duck. You are up there at the top as well with another... I think that's Tom up top fighting with Phil. That's Cool Toys UK. Just gone past Robot Downey Jr. right now. He is some sort of criminal duck. Right down there at the bottom, Old Man Duck is Cloud Network. Shout out Old Man Duck. The green duck in the middle is Night of Ren, 789. There you go. I couldn't count them for some reason. Hugo, who joined us today live for the first time. He is the purple duck in middle of the pack, fighting it out with KSM Kyle, who is the purple-y spotty duck. Nathan's coming up in the middle. Nathan on the replay crew is like an alien. Shout out Nathan. Last 30 seconds now. You don't really want to be in the lead right now because your duck's going to get a bit tired. We've got a strawberry duck down there at the bottom as well. We've got some sort of Dracula duck. That's Caesar's Chill Cave. We've got Prophet 942. They're starting to split up now. The last 10 seconds, anything can happen. We've got ducks that are starting to make moves. We've got some sort of duck at the bottom down there. Is that Tac Tac Customs making moves at the bottom? Yes, it is. Tac Tac Customs is coming up through the bottom. We've got Richard Moore up top as well. So is Robert Downey Jr. Tech Hex is up there as well. But it seems like it's Tac Tac. Mark Tac Tac with the win. Congratulations, Mark Tac Tac. We all know his name. We know who Mark Tac Tac is. Worthy winner of today's duck race. Long-time channel member, support of the channel. Mark Tac Tac couldn't be here today live for us, but he won a duck race. Teddy heard me talking with the microphone and got very confused. Teddy, I was racing some ducks. Say congratulations to Mark Tac Tac. Hooray! Hooray! You happy for Mark? Good man. All right. Did anyone else see anyone who placed? Because I didn't. Okay. Curious. Right, let's do this. Congratulations, Mark. Let's have a round of applause in the chat for Mark. He's been training that duck hard for weeks and weeks and weeks. I don't know if he's here live now or catches on the replay, but Mark, we love you. Right, here we go. First place was Mark Tac. Second place, Air Extreme. Air Extreme's got points on the board, I think, so this is going to make a difference to him. That's 6 more points for Air Extreme. 10 points, of course, to Mark. Richard Moore got the bronze medal, and then underneath that, Tech and Collect, who we haven't seen for a while, but DJ's a regular. I don't mind him getting points on the board. He's on my list. And then in 5th place, with 1 more point, is Tech Hex 83. Another name that I see regularly. Not mad about it at all. So yet again, gentlemen, no points for any of us. We're all joint losers.
At least Damien didn't place.
It's true. Damien, no more points for Damien. See, that's competitive talk there from George. Damien, you best watch out. He's after you. Noah, if you're watching on the replay, I'm very sorry, my friend. I'm very sorry. Blame your dad. It's your dad's fault. You need to train those ducks.
Who came last?
Who came last? Let's just look for fun. It doesn't matter if you came last, people. Just for fun. All the way to the bottom. Who was it? Dante from the Infinity Equation podcast. You probably won't see this, so it doesn't matter. Sorry, Dante, if you do see this, but he won't. It's fine. There you go.
He did win the longest race ever.
He did. Dante does have the record for the longest. How long was that race? Was that like a 2-hour duck race?
Something like that.
Yeah, Dante, that's an impressive. He's got stamina. He doesn't want these quick races. He's in it for the long haul. But there you go. Congratulations. One last time. Mark Tac, 10 points. Eric Stream, 6 points. Richard Moore, 3 points. 2 points to DJ. And then 1 point to Tech Hex. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you to everyone who participated in the chat. I appreciate you. Thank you to everyone who joined me here for Legends and Liquor. Thank you very much to Group 2. Let's find out where we can find them online. Again, before they start speaking, everyone's links are in the description below. Go and check out their Instagrams. Tom, where can people find you online?
At Mini Plastic Multiverse on Instagram and at Mini Plasticverse on Twitter.
Beautiful. And we did do a Joe's and Juice this week, talking most wanted classified figures, where Tom put together some great graphics to sort of give you a sort of idea of what these figures will look like and what they could look like, etc. So and there's a Joe's stream Tuesday, right?
Tuesday,
yeah.
That's all, I think.
Yeah, so expect another Joe's and Juice soon-ish. We don't know what day yet, but let's hope there's lots of good news, so we want to talk about more Joes. But yes. George, what about you? Where can we find you? Did you find your dog?
Yeah, it's just because my dad just opens the door and doesn't keep an eye on him.
I was about to
surprised
say,
when he runs off.
As you ran off, I was like, why is your door open again? We've not learned any lessons here.
Well, it's all my dad.
Okay, stupid. All right, where can we find you online until then?
So I'm on Instagram at George_W_101, and I do want to post more, but I just have no idea what to post, so I often
take
don't.
Pictures of your toys. Just take a picture of a toy and post it and go, "Hello, I'm George." I want that to be your next post, all right? That got to be your exact post. I'll share it in my story, okay?
Yeah, I'll do it tonight then.
Beautiful. Jamie, where can we find you?
At Britney Spears Official.
It's all right. It's all right. No, you've got good mental health. You hang out with us and we make you buy toys. There's nothing wrong with you at all. That's completely normal behaviour. No, where can we find you online?
At JMG Toys on Instagram.
Good man. I need to get a haircut next week. Next time I'll probably get a haircut. Because do you reckon I look like this guy? Do you reckon Ryan Ting's right? Is there any type of resemblance there?
Yeah.
No. Don't want to see me on a night with a gun. I don't have a gun. We're British. Very hard to get hold of guns over here. Matt, what about you?
GahubuJ everywhere, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, just, yeah.
There he is.
Everywhere.
Nick, what about you?
All right, Thirst, no Y, 4 chicken on Twitter, and Thirsty, the number 4 chicken _ on Instagram, and I finally started posting pictures.
Oh, good man.
Which is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I used to be a photographer, and I'd like to return to that.
Good. I thought you were about to make a statement there, and you went, first,
No,
T for chicken, I thought you were like about to break down a number of things there.
No.
All right, good. Thank you to everyone who's still here in the chat. Let me just do my credits real quick. There won't be many today, so that's all good. But I always still like showing some love. Teddy, where do people? Oh, Teddy, sorry. Teddy's trying to say follow him at TedWalks1. Is that right? 1? Is it 1? Yeah, TedWalks1 on Instagram. He's been posting. You've been posting a little bit. Yeah, that's a real thing, by the way. Ted Walks 1 on Instagram. Find out what Teddy's been up to. But I want to say a special thank you to everyone who super chatted: Mark Tac, Ultimate Carnage, Laserpants, George W, Hugo, and California Red Devil, and new subscribers as well today. Welcome to the madness. Once again, let that roll. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, George, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Mark Tac as well, who won the duck race. That's what you get. Laserpants, Ultimate Carnage, Hugo as well, who joined us today for the very first time. It's nice seeing new faces. I hope sometimes I get worried that new people are scared to get involved. So it's good that I haven't scared people off. And make sure everyone goes and follows Hugo. Show him what we're a good community we are. Links are in the description as well. I'll add him to the Legends and Liquor Instagram group later. Sorry, Ted. You've done your plug-in now. Now you've had enough. Thank you, everyone who's still in the chat as well. I appreciate you all. Thank you, everyone who's in the replay crew. We will see you. Well, I will see you probably Thursday for another live stream with Brandon talking about something Marvel-related, I'm sure. Maybe Rich will join us. Who knows? And yeah, I think I'll have the Doctor Strange. I've got the Doctor Strange wave. I'll get the Hulk wave. And maybe I'll go back to reviewing toys again. But until then, lads, before we go, bear with me 30 seconds and let me just play this clip one more time. Just to say to anyone who's still here live, 85 people, go and check out my collection video, alright? It's 45 minutes of me rambling. You want a closer look at all the figures that are on the shelf behind me and criticise where I've put my figures like many people are doing in the comments. That's fine. I'm all for it. Everyone can collect how they want. But let me know. I'm always curious to have a conversation with you. And again, it's always a lot of fun. I love seeing other people's collections. Now you can have a closer look at mine. First one in 2 years, so a lot has changed. A lot has changed. All good. Let that roll. Right, back to us. Gentlemen, let's give them a quick wave. And let's get out of here. I'll play the intro to see us out. We'll see you on the next Legends and Liquor. If you want to be on the next one, become a channel member. Hit me up. That simple. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.